Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone, wherever you're at in the world. Welcome to Last Raps Baseball's live commentary of the Nippon Professional Baseball League. Tonight, we are bringing you the season opener from the Kyocera Dome in Osaka as the Orix Buffaloes are going to host the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks in Game 1 of the 2024 season. We're first of all going to give you the starting lineups for the visitors from Fukuoka. And leading off and playing in center field will be number 23, Yukio Shudo. Batting second and playing shortstop is number 6, Kenta Imamiya. Hitting third and right field is number 9, Yuki Yanagita. And the cleanup spot and playing first base is number 25, Hataka Yamakawa. Batting fifth and left field is number 3, Kensuke Kondo. Batting in the sixth spot and playing third base is number 24, Ryoya Kurihara. Batting seventh and doing the DH is number 28, Adam Walker. Hitting in the eighth spot and doing the catching is number 19, Takuya Kai. And batting ninth and playing second base is number 8, Taisi Makihara. They're going to be facing the veteran, or now veteran left-hander of the Buffaloes, Hiroya Miyagi, who takes to the hill tonight in game number 1. This year, Fukuoka has a new manager, and they have going to be guided here at the NPB level by Hiroki Kokubo, and Kokubo is taking over here in his first year after a number of years at the helm by the previous manager who had packed it in at the end of last year. And it is going to be an interesting year for them as they do have a couple of moves, but the core of the team is still intact. As Hataka Yamakawa is new to the roster. Adam Walker, also offensively new to the roster. So I'll be curious to see how that plays out for the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks. Now, your lineup for the Orix Buffaloes and the home team tonight, they have a couple of new looks in their lineup tonight. Leading off and playing in left field is number 7, Ryoma Nishikawa. Getting second, playing second base is number 5, Masahiro Nishino. Hitting third and doing the catching is number 4, Tomoya Mori. And the cleanup spot is number 44, Yuma Tongu. Batting fifth at third base is number 6, Yuma Mune. Batting in the sixth spot and playing shortstop is number 24, Kataro Kobayashi. Hitting seventh at first base is number 55, T. Okada. Batting eighth in right field is number 99, Yataro Sugimoto. And batting ninth, the center fielder, number 30, Taishi Haruka. And they are going to be facing Kohei Arihara, who takes to the hill, the former Texas Ranger and ex-big league pitcher, who has returned to Japan after some surgeries in the United States. And he has performed quite well for the Hawks in the 2023 season. This game is just about ready to get underway as both of the ball clubs here have taken the field. As the Buffaloes have taken the field, Shudo is getting himself loosened up, as is Imamiya. We'll be back in just a couple of moments with all the action right after this. Hang tight, everybody. It is going to be Hawks and Buffaloes, and we return in just a few. Appreciate you guys for being with us. The pomp and circumstance and the pageantry is all underway at its finest in Osaka. The managers have completed the lineup cards. The umpires are just waiting for the two teams here as we are ready to get this one almost underway. We're probably about, I'd say, 5 minutes or less to the first pitch as both of these ball clubs, as the players are taking the field now at their positions. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in just a moment. Appreciate you for jumping in with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. Welcome back, everybody. It is opening night for the NPB as both of these teams are now getting onto, or at least the Buffaloes have made their way onto the field. All the youngsters that are out there with them, they get themselves an autographed baseball. We are ready to get this one underway here in just a moment as Takuya Kai is Tomoya Mori, who is going to be behind the plate for the Buffaloes. And on the hill is the left-hander Hiroya Miyagi, and Miyagi is just about finished his tosses in front of the dugout as everybody else has taken to the field. Looks like we still have the ceremonial first pitch to go as they get the mascot ready to go. I'm not sure who it is tonight making the pitch, but he is wearing the popular number 728. Very interesting. Gets a round of applause from those in attendance. Our friend Penguin Hunter's in the house, and we're going to just take another moment here as this first pitch is delivered, and we'll be right back in just a few with all the action as we're about ready to get this one underway. Hang tight, everybody. We should be back in about 30 seconds. The game is probably about 60 seconds away. We'll be right back in a few. Well, Hiroya Miyagi has taken to the hill and he's beginning his warm-up tosses. So that means we're just a couple moments away from all the action. And it is going to be leading off tonight for the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks. It'll be Shudo Imamiya and Yanagita to get things going here for the Hawks. Full house tonight at the Kyocera Dome, as one would expect on opening night, as it would be for most of the ballparks around the NPB. Of course, the opening night often puts things a little bit out of kilter for most teams. We made our predictions on our page today. We're going to try to stay with that for most of the season. And it is our friend Louie and Penguin Hunter in the house. We're glad you guys could be here with us. We've given our best picks, or who we think is the best pick. And tonight, I think our best pick is going to be the Giants at home. Knock off the defending champion, the Hanshin Tigers. Shoshi Togo taking to the hill in that one against Aogi, who will be going for the Tigers tonight. But Fukuoka is ready to come to bat. Miyagi has done his warm-up pitches, and this 2024 season is ready to get underway as he is now ready to get himself going. Here comes the first pitch, and we are underway as Miyagi works from the set position with nobody on, delivers a first pitch fastball for a called strike as Shudo is in the hole at 0-1. The versatile Shudo gets the nod in center field tonight for Fukuoka. Batting from the left side against the lefty Miyagi, he takes a breaking ball down and away, and the count runs even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Our friend Louis says for opening day, driving so won't be chatty today. He's hoping for a Hawks win. Here's the pitch. Fastball taken for a called strike. The count now is 1-2 to Shudo. We took a pregame nap ourselves and almost went right through the alarm. Get ourselves ready for this one. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball swung on. It is taken on one hop by the third baseman Mune. gets to his feet, fires across the diamond, and that is going to put Shuto in the books on a ground out 5-3. A very nice play by the glove of the third baseman, Mune. Shuto is in the books for the first out of the inning. I don't call it the hot corner for nothing, and with the speed of Shuto getting down the line, Mune really had to hurry to get the ball across the infield. So one in the books, and that's going to bring up the shortstop, Kenta Imamiya. Imamiya batting from the right side here against the lefty Miyagi, and the first pitch is a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike. The count is 0-1. Imamiya is what I would call the light-hitting shortstop. As here comes the pitch from Miyagi. It's a fastball that misses outside, and the count goes to 1-1. But he is, the last couple of seasons, he's been very productive at the plate. He is the all-time Pacific leader in sacrifice bunts. As the lefty kicks and delivers, it's a breaking ball swung on, and it's lifted foul into the seats over on the first base side. And the count now is 1-2 to Imamiya. We're streaming both on YouTube and on Twitch, so if you are listening on Twitch, our main feed is on YouTube. But if you are also a Twitch listener as well, don't forget to bookmark the channel there. Here's the 1-2. Fastball swung on. This ball is lined into right center field. This ball is going to be trouble. It's going to get down for a base hit. It's going to go all the way to the wall. Imamiya digging around first, heading for second. Now he's digging around second, heading for third. Here comes the throw and the slide. It is not in time. And Imamiya has got himself a one-out triple as he drove that ball into the oppo gap. And Imamiya racing around the bases with the first base hit of the year for the Hawks. A triple to get things going here in the top of the first inning. So Imamiya is aboard as the runner at third, and that's going to bring up the right fielder, Yuki Yanagita. One thing that Imamiya does, he still runs very well. He has a round of applause from the visiting faithful from Fukuoka. Now here comes the first pitch offered to Yanagita. It's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count is 1-0. Curious to see how they pitch Yanagita. They've got the Hotaka Yamakawa on deck, who doesn't run particularly well, but he is a threat to put the ball in the seats. 1-0 on the way. Fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into deep right field. Moving back at the edge of the warning track is Sugimoto. He makes the catch. Tagging at third and heading home is Imamiya, and that is the first run of the ball game. The Hawks are ahead 1-0. That's going to go as a sacrifice fly to the right fielder, number 9. So sack 9, and it's an RBI for Yanagita. He's gone for the second out of the inning. That is going to bring up Hotaka Yamakawa. Well, for Hotaka Yamakawa, he had his issues and his demons. The longtime Saitama Cebu Lion was the Pacific Home Run champion in 2022. Has a new home in Fukuoka. The first pitch delivered as a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count is 0-1. When I was in Saitama last year, as Yamakawa goes back to the dugout, he's going to get some more spray for the bat. When the Saitama Cebu Lions and I was in Saitama last year, there was no sign of him, not anywhere at all. And they had cleaned him right out. He was completely disgraced from the Lions' den, so to speak, as the breaking ball misses way outside, and the count is 1-1. We got CTM Media in the house, so we welcome you, and thanks for joining the channel today. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. It is a breaking ball that misses down, and the count goes to 2-1 on Yamakawa. But you would have never known that he was with the ball club in the 2022 season, as they had washed their hands and wiped their hands clean of him. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Fastball swung on, grounded softly to short. Fielded deep into the 6-hole by Kirby Ashie. He throws to first, and that's going to retire Yamakawa on a ground out 6-3. And that will do it here for Fukuoka in their half of the inning. But they get on the board with a triple by Imamiya and a sac fly by Yanagita. 1 run in the inning, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left the board. We're through a half inning. It is the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks 1, the Orix Buffaloes no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few with all the action right after this. Welcome back, everybody. It is Kohei Arihara who is taken to the mound for the Hawks here this evening, and he's going to be facing the top of the order here in the bottom of the first. It'll be Ryoma Nishikawa, Masahiro Nishino, and Tomoya Mori come out and face the veteran right-hander for Fukuoka. He gets the nod as the opening day starter, as it is quite the honor in Japan to have that. Only one import player this year has made that list. It'll be Cy Sneed of the Yakult Swallows who gets the nod for opening day. And everybody else is domestic pitchers. So here comes the first batter for the Buffaloes in Nishikawa. Nishikawa joined the Buffaloes in the offseason on a 4-year deal coming over from the Hiroshima Carp. And the first pitch fastball is delivered. This ball is lifted into deep right field. Moving back onto the warning track and looking up, but with room and making the catch is Yanagita. And Nishikawa sent that one a long way, all the way to the edge of the wall. But he is going to be gone for the first out of the inning. One up and one away here. And that'll bring up the second baseman, Masahiro Nishino. Well, Nishino gets the start at second base tonight. And it is one of these spots here that was a bit of a revolving door last year for the Buffaloes. Marwin Gonzalez will for sure get his time at second base, one would think as well. As the first pitch fastball is delivered to Nishino, it's taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Here comes the 0-1 offering as the right-hander kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that misses up and in, and the count is 1-1 strike. Other options for second base for the Buffaloes, we would anticipate that we would also see at some point this season Ryo Oda. As the pitch is on the way, it is a fastball that just misses upstairs, and the count goes to 2-1 on Nishino. Ryo Adachi is another player that can play the position, but lots of revolving door action over there at second base. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. As Arihara kicks and delivers. Fastball catches the inside corner for called strike, and the count now goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Nishino. Full house festive atmosphere for opening day in Osaka as the pitch is on the way. Fastball swung on, grounded to the right side. It's going to get through the 4-hole. That ball has eyes, and Nishino is aboard with a base hit single. That is going to bring up the catcher, Tomoya Mori. Defensively tonight for Fukuoka, from left to right field in the outfield, it is Kondo in left. The center fielder is Shudo. The right fielder is Yanagita. Around the horn from first to third, it is Yamakawa at first. The second baseman is Makihara. At short, it's Imemiya, and the third baseman's Kurihara. With the battery of Arihara and Kai. Well, that brings Tomoya Mori to the plate. Tomoya Mori was the acquisition of the offseason in 2023. Nishikawa was the free agent acquisition this year. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is lined into right field. Drifting back over to his right is the right fielder, Yanagita, and he's going to make the grab. He's been a busy man here in the first inning as he's got both of the putouts. Mori in the books for out number 2, and that's going to bring up the designated hitter, Yuma Tongu. Our friend Eris385 in the house this morning. We welcome you to the channel as well. Thank you for taking the time to listen in today. So 2 gone here in the bottom of the first. The runner at first is Nishino. Tongu stepping to the plate. Last year, Yuma Tongu's production really masked the loss of Masataka Yoshida, who had left for Major League Baseball. Very productive year in the 2023 season, or a breakout year, one would say, as the breaking ball misses up and in. The count is quickly 1-0 to Tongu. Tongu batting from the right side. It was a bit of a scary situation last year. Tongu was hit in the head in a game in Tohoku. Had to be stretchered off the field. And there it is, right there. He gets hit in the head, just as we said. If that's not predicting ill will, I don't know what is. And we didn't mean to do that. Tongu has been hit with a breaking ball this time in the back of the helmet. It's just about telling the story about how he got hit in the head last year. That one got away from Arihara. He turned. Actually, it was in the back of the shoulder. Just missed. And so he is aboard at first base on the hit by pitch. That's going to bring up Yuma Mune. Starting to tell the story. We were calling the game one night, and the game was delayed for a good solid 20-25 minutes. As he had to be stretchered off the field. He missed some action last year, but for the most part, his production was outstanding. So runners at first and second, Yuma Mune at the plate. As Arihara leans in and gets the sign from his catcher Takuya Kai. Here comes the pitch. It's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Nishino, the runner at second. Tongu, the runner at first. Mune batting as he hits from the left side. He had that great defensive play in the first inning to put away Yukio Shudo to start the ball game. So here comes the 0-1 as the right-hander checks the runner at second. Now delivers. Fastball that just misses upstairs, and the count runs even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. We're going to stay with these two teams this entire series, as we will be making the call again tomorrow and again on Sunday, Japan time, as the pitch is a breaking ball that catches the outside corner, and the count goes now to 1-2 on Mune. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. So if you're around, be sure to stay with us, as we'll give you all the action. Our goal this year, we said, is to call 150 games. We will get you the other 2 games this weekend, and then we'll have to look at the schedule for next week. And there's a fastball swung on. This ball is lined down the left field line. It's going to be fair. It's going to get into the corner. That's going to get a run in. Digging it out in the corner is the left fielder, Kondo. He fires it back in, and that's going to even the score line, as that's going to be a double for Mune. He's going to bring home Nishino. Stopping at third is Yuma Tongu, and we have ourselves a ball game that's all even yet again. So an RBI double for Mune. Cashes in Nishino, and that's going to put runners at second and third here with 2 gone. That'll bring up the shortstop, Kotaro Kobayashi. Just doesn't get any easier, this lineup, as they can go pretty much almost 1 through 9 with some major pop and power, as with some contact as well. Pretty decent Buffalo lineup here. Kobayashi in the playoffs last year spent a lot of time batting in the 3 spot, but he is back down and nestled in the 6 spot, where we would find him normally in the batting order during the year. The first pitch is a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. One thing that is noticeable, looks like Kobayashi has either been in the weight room this year. He looks like he's added a few pounds. Looks a little bit thicker than he did in the 2023 campaign. And here comes the 0-1 offering. It's hard to believe he's still only 21 years old. There's a breaking ball down and away. Count runs even to 1-1. Got action as a 17-year-old in the NPB. Nice stop there by the catcher Takuya Kai, as that breaking ball was down and away. He really had to move to his right to be able to keep that ball in front. So 1 ball and 1 strike it is to Kobayashi. Runner at second is Mune. Runner at third is Tongu. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball swung on. It is lifted foul, reaching the seats over on the first base side. And now Kobayashi is in the hole at 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Right-hander against the right-hander. 2 gone here in the first inning. Game is all locked up at ones. Both teams have traded punches. Buffaloes with a chance to tack on a couple more. As Arihara waits on the sign from Kai. Checks the runners. Works himself to the belt. Here's the pitch. And it is a fastball. Take it for a called third strike. Oh, Kirby stood there like the house by the side of the road. He watched that one go by for out number 3, and that is going to do it here in the first inning for the Buffaloes. But the Buffaloes get a run back. They had 1 run in the inning on the benefit of 2 hits. There was no errors and 2 runners left aboard. We are now through 1 complete inning. Your score is the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks 1, the Orix Buffaloes 1. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in just a few with all the action right after this. Appreciate you guys for jumping in here with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be right back after this. We got ourselves a 1-1 ball game as we are moving to the top of the second inning. We'll be back in just a few with all the action. Appreciate you for jumping in with us tonight. Whether you listen live or on delay, it's always great to have you in the Last Raps channel. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. We're ready to resume the action as Hiroya Miyagi has completed his warm-up tosses. He's going to be facing the 5, 6, and 7 hitters in the Fukuoka batting order. And the Kondo, Kurihara, and Walker. And the first pitch is a fastball that is swung through and missed by Kondo, and the count is quickly 0-1. Kondo was the big acquisition of last year for the Hawks, as he has come over from the Hokkaido Nippon Ham Fighters. Batting from the left side against the lefty Miyagi. Swings at a breaking ball, lifts this one into center field. Coming hard on it as the center fielder and the right fielder, Sugimoto. Neither are going to be able to get it. It's going to bounce in. Sugimoto gets it, and he throws to second. And Kondo's going to get himself a hustle double as that ball ends up getting down for a hit. Both of the outfielders had to come a long way, and neither were able to catch up. They're playing very deep in center field. And that ball was lifted up. It hung up for a long time. The center fielder for the Buffaloes is Haruka. The right fielder is Sugimoto. Sugimoto does not run particularly well, and he had to come a long way to have to make that grab. I don't know if Haruka had a good enough break on that one. After being in the Kyocera Dome last year, it's a little bit of a tough ceiling. You can see how players may lose it and maybe not get the best of jumps. So that puts Kondo in scoring position, and the first pitch to Kurihara is taken for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Said at the outset tonight, in our opinion, the team that will make the less mistakes should be the one that should come out on top in this one. And there's a breaking ball swung on. This ball is lined over to the first baseman. Nice play there by T. Okada. Check the runner Kondo back at first, but that ball was hit right on the screws, and Kurihara goes in the books for out number 1 here in the second inning. We'll also keep our eye on all the action around the NPB, as there's only scoring right now in one other game. It is the Chinichi Dragons. They 1-0 lead over the Yakult Swallows. That's in the bottom of the first inning, as they struck first. Here's the first pitch delivered to Adam Walker. It's a fastball that misses inside for a ball. The count is 1-0. Walker, another newcomer here for Fukuoka, as he has joined the ball club after a trade with the Yomiuri Giants. Walker batting from the right side with a slightly open stance here against the left-handed delivering Miyagi, and there's a breaking ball taken for a called strike. Count goes even to 1-1. This will be Walker's third season in the NPB, but his first season with Fukuoka. It was pitcher Ray Takahashi who was one of the combatants who went the other way. Pitch delivered, fastball swung on, driven down the right field line. If it stays fair, it's going to be trouble as it goes into the corner. And it just slices foul as Walker just couldn't keep that ball straight. He did stay inside the ball really well as that pitch he had fought off. Just couldn't get it to stay fair. We're going to get the other replay on that. It looked like it was about maybe 2 feet foul. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Walker. Runner at second, Kondo. 1 gone here in the second inning, and Takuya Kai waiting his turn on deck. As the lefty gets himself a new baseball and he's ready to come back to work. Left-hander against the right-hander. Miyagi gets his sign. Checks the runner at second. Now he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that misses down. Nice stop there by the catcher, Tomoya Mori, and the count goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Usually, by the end of the game, they will announce tomorrow's starting pitchers. And we would anticipate that could be up here before not too long. Here's the pitch. It is a fastball swung on, and it's gone the other way down the third baseline. The count now goes to 2-2 on Walker. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. It looks like they may have announced the starters for tomorrow. We'll get you those ones here as we move along in this one here. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. And there is a breaking ball that is waved on, missed, and Walker goes down for out number 2. He's in the books. That's going to leave it all up to the catcher, Takuya Kai. I'm kind of curious to see what they're going to do. Levon Moinello is going to get the start tomorrow for Fukuoka. It's going to be Espinoza who will get the start. That's Anderson Espinoza, the start for the Buffaloes. Wonder if they're using Moinello as an opener or if they're going to extend him as a full-time starter this year. There's a breaking ball taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1. Moinello did re-up for 4 years with Fukuoka. That announcement was made yesterday. So the Cuban lefty is there to stay for the long haul. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. As it's offered, and it's a fastball that moves Kai off the plate, and the count goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Runner at second is Kondo with the leadoff double here in the inning. Haven't been able to do anything. Kurihara did hit the ball on the screws right to the first baseman. Walker went down on strikes here with 1-1 now on Kai. Here's the pitch. Fastball, take it for a called strike. Not to Kai's liking. He thought that pitch was a bit up, maybe even in. But good location there by the left-hander. Miyagi makes the count 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes as the lefty works to the set, checks the runner at Kondo at second. And here comes the pitch. It's a breaking ball that just misses off the outside corner. Count runs even to 2-2 on Takuya Kai. Tomorrow night's start will go off a little bit earlier. It'll be 9 p.m. Pacific or midnight if you're on the East Coast. So if you're up for some late night baseball tomorrow night, it'll go off early. That'll be the only game that'll go off early. The rest of the games will go off an hour later. There's a breaking ball waved at and missed. And Kai is in the books for the second strikeout for Miyagi in the inning and of the ball game. He's gone for out number 3. No runs in the inning. There was a hit. was the double by Kondo. There was no errors and one runner stranded aboard. We're moving now to the bottom of the second inning. Your score is the Buffaloes 1 and the Hawks 1. We'll be back in just a few after this. Appreciate you guys for hanging with us this morning on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. Hang tight. We'll be right back in just a few. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the bottom of the second inning, and it'll be the bottom third of the batting order to come to bat for the Buffaloes. It'll be Tio Okada, Yataro Sugimoto, and Taishi Haruka to face the right-hander Kohei Arihara. Both teams traded punches in the first inning, scoring 1 run each. And sometimes you like to say, if you're going to get to the starters, you got to get to them early, because once they get settled in and into a groove, it'll be very difficult the rest of the way. So the 36-year-old Tio Okada gets the start at first base here tonight. He bats from the left side against the right-handed throwing Arihara. And the first pitch is a split-finger pitch, swung on and missed. And the count is quickly 0-1. Our friend Jason Stuff is in the house. He is a fan of the Buffaloes, and we welcome you to the stream this morning. Here's the 0-1 pitch. It's a fastball that misses outside. The count runs even to 1-1. We will up our impact here for the next couple of days, or update our schedule as there's a breaking ball tap back to the pitcher, fielded by the catcher Kai, throws to first. That's going to go in the books as a ground out, 2-3 for the first out of the inning. So one gone here, and that'll bring up the right fielder Yataro Sugimoto. Friend Jason says that it's a late night for him and he's got to get up at 6. But we'll be back on tomorrow night for these same two teams, 9 o'clock Pacific if you're on North American time, or 5 o'clock if you're on the East Coast, or I should say midnight if you're on the East Coast. Here comes the pitch. Breaking ball swung. This ball is going to be looped up the middle into center field for a base hit. It's going to get down, and Sugimoto's aboard with a one-out single. That's going to bring up the center fielder, Taishi Haruka. So we did a few exhibition games to get the kinks out, but one thing we didn't do is get used to the 2 a.m. calls of these games. So we will be doing a little bit of that. Our friend, the Living Room Sports, is in the house tonight as he's listening in. So Haruka, the center fielder at the plate, batting from the right side. 26-year-old getting the start in center field here tonight for the Buffaloes. Here comes the first pitch. Breaking ball taken on the outside corner for a called strike. The count is 0-1. Haruka was acquired from the Murray Giants last year by the Buffaloes. He did play a small part in the playoff run last year. It was not a regular, but he did get action. Here's the pitch. Fastball down. Nice stop there by Takuya Kai. Oh, he's been busy tonight already. Yeah, that is going to run the count even to 1-1. Jason says he's going to go to sleep to this, to be honest. Yeah, maybe we're putting you to sleep there, Jason. So 1 ball and 1 strike it is. Haruka digs in, ready to go. Takuya Kai flashes the signs to the pitcher, Kohei Arihara. Fastball swung on, grounded softly to short. MMB to second for one. Back to first. That's going to be an inning-ending double play. That's the first one of the 2024 season for the Fukuoka Ball Club. 6-4-3 into the books. That is going to do it here for the second inning. No runs, one hit, no errors, and nobody left the board. We're now through two complete. Your score is Fukuoka 1, Orix 1. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in just a few right after this. Appreciate you once again for being here on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be back in just a few. The score is 1-1 as we move to the top of the third. It is Hawks and Buffaloes on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. Welcome back, everybody. We're ready to resume the action. It's going to be the 9, 1, and 2 hitters in the batting order for the Fukuoka Ball Club, and the first pitch is a fastball that misses outside for a ball. The count is 1-0 to Taisi Makihara. Makihara batting from the left side. He gets the start at second base tonight. Caught our attention as the pitch is a fastball swung on and fouled away. Count goes even to 1-1. I give the nod to Makihara at second as opposed to Masaki Momori. Wonder if this will be a permanent fixture for the Hawks. I guess we're going to have to stay tuned and find out. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away. The count goes to 1-2. Makihara got a lot of first base action last year for the Hawks. So we're curious to see what that will entail here in 2024. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Left-hander against the left-hander. Pitch is delivered. It's a breaking ball swung on, taps softly down the first base line, and that's going to roll foul, and the count remains at 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes it is. Friend Jason says he's going to tap out. Well, maybe we'll see it tomorrow night, 9 o'clock on the West Coast. Hopefully you can jump in here with us. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball misses down, and the count now goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Keep our eyes peeled for action from around the NPB. Still, the only scoring outside of here is that game between Shinichi and the Swallows. 2-2 pitch. It's a breaking ball. Waved that and missed. That's the 3rd strikeout in a row by Miyagi. And the first here of the inning number 3. So 1 up and 1 away. It'll bring up the top of the order in Yukio Shudo. And in this situation here, I wouldn't bat an eye if Shudo thought about dropping a bunt. As we said, that first at bat that he had was an absolute bullet hit to Yumamune. He's 0 for 1 tonight as he grounded to third his first time up. He takes a breaking ball inside for a strike. Count 0-1 to Shudo. Miyagi working quickly. There's a breaking ball swung on and knifed away down the left field line. Going to run the count now to 0-2. Well, we certainly don't need a pitch clock when Miyagi's on the mound. He really works quickly when he gets himself into the rhythm. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. The pitch on the way. It is a breaking ball. Waved that and missed. 4 strikeouts in a row for the Buffaloes left-hander as he puts Shudo into the books for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 away, and that's going to bring up the shortstop, Kenta Imamiya. And for Imamiya tonight, he has scored the only run for the Hawks. He had that triple in the first inning. He was brought home on the sacrifice fly by Yanagita. Here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball swung on and grounded foul over on the third base side. Count is quickly 0 balls and 1 strike. Our friend Jason, his parting shot is he thinks they've got the Japan series in the bag due the Orix Buffaloes. Lots of baseball to be played. There's a 95-mile-an-hour fastball that misses up and away, and the count goes even to 1-1 on Imamiya. That was the 40th pitch delivered tonight by Miyagi. As the lefty works himself to the set position, now he delivers. Breaking ball swung on, grounded to the right side, fielded neatly by Mune. He slides, he spins, he gets to his feet, he throws to first, and Imamiya's in the books. Ground out 5-3, and they go 1-2-3 here in the third inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left the board. Miyagi has retired now 6 in a row. Your score as we move to the bottom of the third, it is the Hawks won, the Buffaloes won. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few with all the action here tonight. Thanks for being with us on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the bottom half of the third inning. It'll be the top of the order to come to bat for the Buffaloes. That means Nishikawa, Nishino, and Mori to face the right-hander Arihara. Some nice defensive plays at third base by Yumamune in this one. He has robbed Shudo, and now he has taken a hit away from Imamiya. So Yumamune flashing the leather at the hot corner. So this brings up Ryoma Nishikawa to the plate. He sent one deep to the wall in right field his first time up. He's 0 for 1. The first pitch from Arihara is a fastball that catches the outside corner, and the count is quickly 0-1. Nishikawa, Nishino, and Mori to come to bat here to face the right-handed throwing Arihara, as it is a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count now goes to 0-2. I'm not sure if Nishikawa was looking for something else. It looked like he had shaking his head here at that one. Here comes the 0-2 offering. Pitch on the way. Fastball swung on, fouled off into the batter himself, and the count remains at 0-2. We called it a fastball, but it actually looked like it may have been a sinker or possibly a changeup with that downward movement away from the left-handed batter. So here comes the 0-2. As Arihara kicks and he fires, fastball swung on, grounded to the right side. Fielded neatly by the first baseman Yamakawa, who underhand flips it to Arihara covering. Goes in the books as a ground out, 3-1. Nishikawa gone for the first out of the inning. I'll bring up the second baseman Masahiro Nishino. Our friend Jason is tapping out. We appreciate you for listening in tonight. Hope you have yourself a great evening, and we look forward to seeing you again throughout the season. Well, Nishino steps to the plate. He had a single and scored the only run for the Buffaloes so far. As Arihara kicks and fires a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1. Batting from the left side, Nishino got the nod at second base tonight. As the right-hander kicks and fires, there's a split finger pitch, waved at and missed, and the count now goes to 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. We are keeping our eye on the out-of-town scoreboard, as everything is now underway. There's a fastball that misses outside, and the count now is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, the only scoring so far has come from the game in Chinichi, as the game in Yakult, as Chinichi has a 1-0 lead over the Swallows. Fastball swung on and fouled away right at home plate, and the count remains at 1-2. Marines and Fighters are now underway, but everybody else is locked up at zeros. It's the time of the year that everybody loves. Everybody starts at even Steven. No undefeated teams, no undefeated teams, no teams with a loss yet. As everybody starts with the clean slate. It'd be important for some of these squads to get off to a good start. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Fastball misses down, and the count goes to 2-2. So I said it was an intriguing matchup, these two ball clubs here, both Fukuoka and Orix. One, I would have to think that these are going to run 1-2 in the Pacific League this year. Very strong ball clubs, lots of depth. Think of the Orix ball club. They've got a number of guns on the bench tonight. Fastball swung on, it's lifted foul behind home plate, and the count remains at 2-2 to Nishino. You go through their lineup. No Kai Nakagawa in the lineup tonight. Cody Thomas did not get a start tonight, nor did Marwin Gonzalez or Leandro Cedeno. As we said, Rio Adachi, another player that was a regular a couple of years ago. Fastball swung on and lifted foul down the left field line. Count remains at 2-2 to Nishino. Yeah, we would expect Kenya Wakatsuki to play a part in this series at some point. The number 2 catcher, Tamori. And I say that because even last year in the playoffs, Mori got a chance to play right field. They kept his bat in the lineup. We go every other game with Wakatsuki catching. So here comes the 2-2 pitch as the right-hander Arihara kicks and fires. Another fastball swung on and another ball fouled off. That's 8 pitches now delivered here to the second baseman Nishino. In the bottom half of the third inning, locked up at ones, Buffaloes and Hawks. Game has settled down after that quick start of 1 run each for both of the ball clubs in the first inning. Here's the 2-2. Pitch on the way. Fastball swung on, lifted foul into the seats over behind third base. The battle continues. This is going to be a 10-pitch at bat here to Nishino. We see this often in the Japanese league, that the players can really fight and battle pitchers. That you always get those extended at bats, 1 or 2 a game. You can really take it out of the pitcher. There's a fastball that misses down, and the count now goes to full on Nishino. It's going to bring up pitch number 11 here in the at bat. I really wish I could find some unique Japanese statistics, and one of them would be of interest would be who had the longest at bat in the 2023 season. And sometimes lost in translation, can't always access some of that type of data because of the language barrier, at least from our end. There's a breaking ball swung on, it's lifted foul into the seats, and the 3-2 count continues. So he's going to have to challenge him here and give him something good to hit. Pitch number 40 on the ball game for Arihara upcoming. As the 3-2 is ready to come to Nishino. Arihara has slowed down his pace a little bit here As it's delivered, it's a breaking ball swung on, grounded on one hop over to third, fielded neatly by Kurihara. He throws to first, and Shino is going to be retired on a ground out 5-3. He's in the books for out number 2, but he does his part as he faces 12 pitches in that at bat against Kohei Arihara. Well, that brings up the catcher, Tomoya Mori. And for Mori, tonight he is 0 for 1. He lined out to the right fielder his first time up. Mori getting the start behind the plate. As we said, he had come over last year from the Saitama Seibu Lions. He was one of the big acquisitions the Buffaloes made in the 2023 season. This team is absolutely loaded, top to bottom in the roster. Their bench, they've got all kinds of options. Here's the first pitch. Breaking ball swung on. This ball is popped up on the infield over on the right side. You got 3 Hawks converging on it, but making the play is going to be the second baseman, Taisi Makihara, as he calls everybody off, and Mori is going to be retired for out number 3 here in the third inning. No runs in the inning, no hits, no errors, nobody left the board. We're now through 3 complete at the Kyocera Dome. It is the Buffaloes won, the Hawks won. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few with all the action. Appreciate you guys for jumping in here with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. Hang tight, guys. We'll see you in a few. We got a 1-1 score line as we're moving to the last half, or the top half of the fourth inning in this case. We'll be right back in just a few. Appreciate you for listening in. Welcome back, everybody. The first pitch delivered to Yuki Yanagita was a breaking ball under the hands for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Yanagita, Yamakawa, and Kondo to face Miyagi here as he delivers a fastball that just misses off the outside corner, and the count goes even to 1-1 on Yanagita. Yanagita officially no at bat here tonight, as he did hit a sacrifice fly his first time up to drive in the only run. So there's a fastball that misses down, and the count now goes to 2-1 on Yanagita. 41 pitches through the first 3 innings for the lefty Miyagi. I'm curious to see how the managerial style is for the new Fukuoka managers. There's a fastball swung on, it's hit into left field. This ball is going to get down for a base hit. Cutting it off as the center fielder. Digging hard for 2 is Yanagita, and he's going to get in with a double, as that is going to be a leadoff double here for Yanagita to begin the 4th inning. After retiring 6 in a row, Miyagi has finally given up a base hit here. That is going to bring up the first baseman, Hataka Yamakawa. Our friend Living Room says, with most teams starting their respective aces, what game would you see going into extra innings tonight? That's a good question. As the lefty kicks and delivers, there's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. This game would certainly be a candidate for that if they can't get to the teams early. Both of these bullpens are very, very strong, and it could go on for a while on opening night. As the 0-1 pitch is ready to come here to Makawa, there's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count now goes to 0-2. So certainly this one here tonight, I would say another candidate for that could be the Giants and the Tigers. Those would be our two picks, at least for extra innings. So here comes the 0-2 pitch. As Miyagi delivers a fastball that just misses inside. It backs Yamakawa off the plate. The count goes to 1-2. We get an opportunity and look at that pitch there, and I have to say it was very, very close. Miyagi checks Yanagita at second. Now he kicks and fires another fastball and another one that backs Yamakawa off the plate. They appeal down to the first base umpire, but they say he didn't go. Evens the count at 2-2. Right now, everything looking like low-scoring affairs to get things going here on the 2024 season. Only game, as we said, with multiple runs is this one here. Here's the pitch. Fastball taken at the knees for a called third strike. Yamakawa does a 180 and he walks back to the dugout. He's in the books for out number 1 here in the 4th. And that is going to bring up the left fielder, Kensuke Kondo. That is the 5th strikeout tonight by Miyagi, as he has retired Yamakawa in the books for out number 1 here in the 4th. So the lefty Miyagi ready to go again as he gets his sign from his catcher, Tomoya Mori. He checks the runner at second base and now delivers. There's a breaking ball down and away, and the count is 1-0 to Kondo. They do have the open base over at first base, and one would think that Kondo, they have to be a little bit more delicate with him than they are going to be with Kurihara. I think Kurihara you could pitch to, but it is a lefty-lefty matchup here. And the pitch is on the way. It's a slow breaking ball that drops in for a called strike. Oh, that pitch would make Zach Greinke proud. It floated in there at 57 miles an hour. Former big leaguer Zach Greinke with the EFIS type pitch. I say former big leaguer. I don't think he's officially retired yet, but he has not latched on to another big league club. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball drops in for a called strike. The count now goes to 1-2. So you lock him up with a 57 mile an hour breaking ball, and then you come back with one a little bit firmer. Nice piece of changing speeds by the lefty Miyagi here. So here comes the 1-2 pitch. As he works himself to the belt, he checks the runner at second. And here's the pitch. Fastball misses outside. The count goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes it is. Lots of action to come this year, as this is game 1 of the season. We talked about that our goal is to do about 150 games this year. So that's what we're going to try to get off to here. As the pitch is on the way, it's a fastball that backs Kondo off the plate and it runs the count full to 3-2. We'll try to get ourselves a full slate. We're also going to mix some Major League Baseball games in. Looking at maybe squeezing one in tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Kondo, as he's batting here with the runner Yanagita at second and 1 gone. Miyagi leans in, he agrees, and now Kondo has asked for time and stepped out. It has been granted by the home plate umpire. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Miyagi works to the set. Here comes the pitch. And it is a fastball that is swung on and missed. A nice pitch there by Miyagi. Blows it right by Kondo. He's in the books for out number 2. That is going to be strikeout number 6 in the books by our books. So 1 gone here. There was a English website that used to give scores on the NPB games, And unfortunately, we're not able to locate that, not locate it, but we've gone to that site. It's been a bit of a dead site this year. It's a little bit disappointing. I'll have to find another English website to give us box scores. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 1-0 to Ryoya Kurihara. One thing to note here, even though Miyagi has retired a couple via the strikeout in the last couple innings, he has at times started to fall behind hitters, and that is a dangerous spot to be in. Here comes the 1-0 pitch to Kurihara. As he kicks and delivers, breaking ball swung on, taps softly down the third baseline, and that ball is just going to roll foul. Mune had to come a long way. Miyagi had to get off the mound. If that ball would have stayed fair, it would have ended up as a base hit for Kurihara, but there was just enough English on the ball for it to go into a foul territory. Once this game is completed tonight, we stick around. We'll give you the full recap from around the NPB. As we said, a full slate of games on opening night. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And instead, Miyagi steps off the backside of the rubber, and he wants to cycle through the signs again with his catcher, Tomoya Mori. So 1-1 strike. We're back to the normal pacing or the regular pacing of these type of games. Fastball swung on, grounded back to the pitcher. Fielded by Miyagi. He throws to first, and that is going to go in the books as a ground out. 1-3 for the third out of the inning. That is going to do it here for Fukuoka in their half of the fourth. Well, they squander a leadoff double by Yanagita. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left the board. We're moving to the bottom of the fourth inning. Your score is Fukuoka 1 and Orix 1. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few. We appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us tonight as we're giving you all the action from the Kyocera Dome in Osaka. We'll be right back after this. We'll also take a look at some scores from around Major League Baseball, but more importantly, we'll also try to tune in to the Japanese players who are making their season debuts over in the MLB. It was a extra innings, and the Texas Rangers had to go to 10 to beat the Chicago Cubs today, 4-3. Seiya Suzuki 1 for 5 for the former Carp. And today's lineup for the Cubs, as the first pitch from Arihara is delivered here to Yuma Tongu. It's fouled away, and the count is quickly 0-1. It's the heart of the order for the Buffaloes, Tongu, Mune, and Kobayashi to face the right-hander Arihara here in inning number 4. 41 pitches through the first 3 innings for the Fukuoka right-hander. As the right-hander delivers, it's a fastball swung on, grounded softly to third, fielded by Kurihara, who guns it across the infield. That's going to retire Tongu on a ground out 5-3. He goes in the books for out number 1, and that'll bring up the third baseman Yuma Mune. Other Japanese players in action tonight in Major League Baseball. The Boston Red Sox knocked off the Seattle Mariners 6-4 in Seattle. Masataka Yoshida got the nod as the designated hitter for Boston. And he went 1 for 4 in that game tonight. It was a double off of Luis Castillo, as the first pitch is a breaking ball that misses outside to Mune, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes to Mune. Here's the pitch. There is a breaking ball that misses down, and the count now goes to 2 balls and no strikes. It didn't take long for Yuki Matsui, the former Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagle, to pick up his first win of the year. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is going to be lined into right field. It's going to be down for a base hit as Mune is aboard with a single. So a 1-out single for Yuma Mune. It keeps him alive. He's 2 for 2 now tonight. It's going to bring up the shortstop, Kitaro Kobayashi. They're saying that the San Diego Padres knocked off the San Francisco Giants today, and Matsui picked up his first major league win on in relief today, had a decent outing. Worked an inning and 2/3, a clean line across the way. No walks, no strikeouts, no hits allowed. So he picked up his first win of the big league season. Here comes the pitch to Kobayashi. Fastball swung on. This ball is popped up into right center field. Moving over underneath it is Shuto. He's there to make the catch, and that's going to retire Kobayashi for the second out of the inning. So 2 gone, and that's going to leave it up to the first baseman, Tio Okada. Okada striding to the plate tonight. He is 0 for 1. He had a dribbler in front of the plate that the catcher for Fukuoka, Takuya Kai, was able to manage and retire him over at first base. So he's 0 for 1 so far. Big fella getting the start here tonight as Kohei Arihara works himself to the set position. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball swung on and fouled off right into Takuya Kai. Count is quickly 0-1. Kai certainly brings the dramatics. As we look at that one, actually, we can see why it fouled off the top of the knee, hit him in the protection, but not a lot of protection off of the side there. That's what happens when you catch off of one knee. Your protection isn't made for where you should be. So no balls and 1 strike. Living Room says, why is Shuto in center field tonight? I think he's their best option in center field. Really solid glove. And then, of course, Kurihara is playing third base. Kurihara missed a lot of time last year from injury. Breaking ball swung on and missed. The count is now 0-2. And I would think that he is the regular third baseman and should be moving forward. So that displaces Shuto from that side of the infield. As I say, I think that is his best position, period, in playing center field at this point in his career. Here comes the 0-2. As Arihara delivers, it is a fastball swung on and missed. And Okada is in the books for out number 3, and that's going to do it here in the 4th inning for the Buffaloes. No runs in the inning. There was a hit, no errors, and 1 runner left aboard. We're now through 4 complete. Your score is Fukuoka 1, Orix 1. Stick around, everybody. The top of the 5th is just around the corner. Appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. Welcome back, everybody. Hiroya Miyagi is just completing his warm-up tosses. He is going to be ready to get going here for inning number 5. He has scattered 3 hits over this first 4 innings of work. He has walked none and struck out 6 today, as he will get this 5th inning going, as he's going to be facing the 7, 8, and 9 hitters in the batting order: Adam Walker, Takuya Kai, and Taisi Makihara. And the first pitch ready to come to Adam Walker is on the way, and it is a fastball that just misses down, and the count is quickly 1-0. When I think of Adam Walker, think of the Cuban outfielder that the Hawks had a couple of years ago, as he takes a breaking ball over for a called strike, and the count is 1-1. I want to say it was Gurriel, but I can't remember the name off the top of my head. It's escaping me as that breaking ball is waved at and missed. Count is now 1-2. But I say he reminds me because that would be kind of the role he potentially would fill. DH, outfield, fastball that misses outside. The count goes to 2-2. Now he's got to produce like them. Wasn't Gurriel, but just escapes me off the top of my head. The fella had played also in Canada as well in the Independent League. And there's a breaking ball waved at and missed. Walker goes in the books for the 7th strikeout tonight by Miyagi. Second time tonight Walker's down on strikes. That's going to bring up the catcher Takuya Kai. So that's going to bring up Kai to the plate, who is 0 for 1 tonight. He struck out in his only appearance. As the pitch is a fastball swung on and missed, the count is quickly 0-1. Our friend of the living room would like to see if they can get a dental plan for the Hawks cheerleaders. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball swung on, tapped back to the pitcher, fielded by Miyagi, throws to first, and that's going to retire Kai. That's going to go in the books as a ground out 1-3. He's gone for out number 1, and that's going to bring up the second baseman, Taisi Makihara. And for Makihara tonight, he is 0 for 1. We do have some scoring in the top of the 3rd inning. The Hiroshima Carp have jumped the Yokohama DNA Bay Stars for 3 runs. There's a fastball swung on and grounded foul over on the third base side, counted 0-1 to Makihara. Looked at that game tonight. If Aaron Curry was pitching at home, we would have jumped all over that. But on the road, it was a little bit concerned about that. There's a fastball that misses down and away, and the count's 1-1. Swallows have brought it even against the Dragons. That game is now 1-1 in the top of the 4th. Rest of the games still have no score. And there's a breaking ball waved at and missed, and Miyagi gets another one in the books. It's another strikeout here. That's number 8 as Makihara waves at that one and misses. He's gone for the 3rd out of the inning, and that will do it here for the Hawks in their half of the 5th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left aboard. They go quietly in inning number 5. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Your score is the Hawks 1 and Buffaloes 1. We'll be back in just a few. Appreciate you guys for hanging in. Our friend Titus in the house tonight. I hope you're feeling better there, Titus. Glad you could pop in to make it here with us for this one tonight as well. We'll be right back in just a few. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be Kohei Arihara back on the mound for inning number 5. 50 pitches for the veteran right-hander through his 4 innings of work. And he is going to be facing the 8 and 9 and 1 hitters to come to bat here, as it will be Sugimoto, Haruka, and the top of the order in Nishikawa. First pitch, breaking ball delivered to Sugimoto, misses outside, and the count is 1-0. Sugimoto opened his account in the second inning with a lead or the 1-out single. He was erased in a double play to end the second inning. There's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count goes even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Yataro Sugimoto. Sugimoto batting from the right side here against the right-hander Arihara, as he kicks and delivers a fastball that just misses inside, and the count now is 2-1. Our friend Titus had picked the Hanshin Tigers to win the Japan series last year. I'm not sure what his long bets would be this year. Here's the 2-1 as that fastball misses inside, and the count goes to 3-1. Almost hit the right fielder of the Buffaloes. So 3 balls and 1 strike. I have to think that both of these heavyweight teams here, barring injury, will probably be a preview of the Climax Series finale in the Pacific League in 2024. These two teams are very, very deep, and they are blessed with good pitching, good defense, and hitting depth. Here's the 3-1. Fastball taken right down the middle for a called strike. The count now goes to 3-2. Living Room says 9.5. 9.5 on this one would be probably an under. Here comes the 3-2 from Arihara. Unless you're talking about 9.5 for a combination, a couple of games. Fastball taken at the knees for a called third strike. Sugimoto doesn't like the call, and he's going to walk slowly back to the first base dugout. He's gone for out number 1, and that's going to bring up the center fielder, Taisi Haruka. And if our math is correct, that's the 3rd strikeout tonight by Kohei Arihara. So for Haruka, he is 0 for 1 tonight. He grounded into a double play his first time up. First pitch, breaking ball, misses down and away for a ball, and the count is quickly 1-0. Middle of the night baseball. We appreciate you guys for joining us, at least in North America it is. Breaking ball misses down and away, and the count is now 2-0. As we're watching the feed on this one. Excited for the new baseball season, that is for certain. As 2 balls and no strikes here to the right-handed hitting Haruka. Arihara works himself to the set. Here's the pitch. Fastball taken for a called strike, and the count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike it is. Arihara again working from the stretch, delivers. Breaking ball comes inside and is catching the inside corner, and the count is 2-2. Not sure Haruka liked the call based on that body language. So based on Haruka and Sugimoto, neither one happy with the home plate umpire and his decisions in this inning. Here comes the 2-2. Pitch on the way. Fastball swung on, and another one fouled off at Takuya Kai. Oh, Kai is just absolutely getting beat up back there. He's going to walk around a little bit. So what happens some nights, you see the catchers, they just seem to be beat up left and right. Where did he get this one? Oh, boy. He was very fortunate there. Just a little bit left of the family jewels and right on the left inner part of the left thigh. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. No protection there. That is for certain. Here's the 2-2. As the right-hander works to the set. Pitch is on the way. Fastball. Nice block there by Kai, and the count now goes to 3-2. 3 balls and 2 strikes. I remember when we first started doing these games, how the bots would always come into the streams. I had to shoot them down left and right. And I have to say, YouTube's done a much better job over the last couple of years getting rid of the bots. There's a fastball swung on, grounded to short, fielded by Imamiya. He throws to first. That's going to put Haruka in the books on a ground out, 6-3. He's gone for out number 2, and that'll bring up the top of the order in Ryoma Nishikawa. I don't know if anybody saw the Pete Rose clip this past week when commenting on the Shohei Ohtani situation. As Ryoma Nishikawa steps to the plate, I have to say, Pete Rose, the media darling at this point in his life. Here comes the pitch. Breaking ball misses up and away, and the count is 1-0. Pete Rose said if he would have had a interpreter in the 70s and 80s, he would have never been banned from baseball. There's a breaking ball that is waved at and missed, and the count goes to 1-1, something along those lines. And so obviously taking a pot shot at Shohei Ohtani. So 1 ball and 1 strike. As Arihara ready to go, whether you like Pete or not. He's always got something to say. Here comes the 1-1. As the right-hander delivers, it is a fastball swung on and missed, and now the count goes to 1-2. So Nishikawa 0 for 2 here tonight. Not in a spot here. Well, not in a good hitter spot here, that is to say, as he finds himself in the hole at 1-2 to Arihara. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on, and it's going to be grounded through the 6-hole into left field. Oh, that was an excuse me swing. Nishikawa, you got to have some luck sometimes. And that's exactly what he has here. He's got himself a 2-out single. That pitch was a fastball that had come running under the hands, and he had fought it off, and the ball had eyes getting through the 6-hole past the glove of the shortstop Imamiya. Even if Imamiya makes the play, I don't know if they would have had Nishikawa, the speedy Nishikawa, at first base. But he's aboard here, and keep an eye on him to see if he's going to be in motion, as it brings up Masahiro Nishino to the plate, who is 1 for 2 tonight. Nishino had a single and scored the only run for the Buffaloes in the first inning. He's also grounded out to third in his 2 trips to the plate. He bats here from the left side against the right-handed throwing Arihara. And here comes the offering. It is a fastball that misses outside, and the count is quickly 1-0 to Nishino. Nishino waggling the bat, waiting on the pitch here from Arihara. 68 pitches now for the right-hander. He does slow it down when he's got the runners on base. This might be a good pitch to put the runner in motion on. Nishino's had some good success. There's a pitch. It's a fastball grounded over to the right side. Fielded neatly by the second baseman, Makihara. He throws to first, and Nishino is in the books on a ground out 4-3. He's gone for the 3rd out of the inning. And we're going to take ourselves our halftime here. No runs in the inning, 1 hit. No errors and 1 runner left the board. Your score through 5 is Fukuoka 1 and Orix 1. As we like to say it, as the Japanese halftime. They do take the extended break here. We'll be back in just a few. Appreciate you guys from being here with us. Our friend in the living room said Cy Sneed took a shot off of the ankle in that game between the Swallows. We'll come back in a few. We'll put the music on loop, and hopefully you guys can hang with us here tonight. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, everybody. We are going to be moving to the top of the sixth inning here in a couple minutes, and we're going to get you caught up on all the out-of-town scores from across the NPB. There is some scoring and some action going on in some of the games. We'll start off with the Central League. At the Tokyo Dome in the bottom of the fourth inning, it is still locked up at zeros between the Giants and the Tigers. Bottom of the fourth inning, it is a 1-1 scoreline between the Swallows and the Dragons. In the top of the fourth inning, the Yokohama DNA Bay Stars have responded as the Carp jumped out to a 3-0 lead. Yokohama has come back with 3 of their own. That game is locked up at 3s. Bottom of the fifth inning, it is the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles 0 and the Saitama Cebu Lions 0. And it is a 2-0 lead in the bottom of the third for the Fighters over the Chibalote Marines. And this game here is locked at 1s. Well, the top of the sixth inning has got going, and the first pitch delivered to Yukio Shudo was a breaking ball waved at and missed for strike 1. And he waves and misses at the second pitch, and he's now in the hole at 0-2. Shudo tonight is 0 for 2. He has grounded to third and has struck out his 2 trips to the plate. It's the top of the order, Shudo, Imamiya, and Yanagita to face the lefty Miyagi here. And there's a fastball that I'm not sure where that misses. That looked pretty darn good. The umpire, I believe, felt it was outside, and the count goes to 1-2 on Shudo. Lefty again delivers. There's a breaking ball waved at and missed, and Shudo in the books. He's gone for out number 1 here in the sixth inning. And by our counts, that is strikeout number 9 for Miyagi, as he is delivering here tonight. I don't know if I want to make the comparison. It might be a little bit unfair, but Miyagi, to me, reminds me in some ways of Shota Imanaga. And of course, Imanaga is now a Chicago Cub pitcher, getting an opportunity to play in Major League Baseball. There's a first pitch breaking ball delivered to Imamiya. It's taken for a called strike. Count is 0-1. I say that because both of the similarities are is that they're left-handed. Both are not very big men. Fastball swung on. That's grounded foul past the bag at third base, and the count now goes to 0-2 on Imamiya. But just some of the quirks in their delivery kind of remind me of one another. Imamiya tonight has scored the only run for the Hawks. He had that triple with 1 out in the first inning and was brought home on the sac fly by Yanagita. He's also grounded to third, so officially 1 for 2 in his trips tonight. Breaking ball misses outside. The appeal over to the first base umpire, but they say that Imamiya didn't go. The count now is 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Imamiya to be followed by Yanagita here, and the pitch is a fastball swung on. It's grounded to the right side. Fielded by the first baseman, Tiyokata. As he slides to his knees, he gets it. He flips it to the pitcher covering. Nice defensive play there by the veteran. Ground out 3-1 is the put out here. He is going to retire Imamiya for the second out of the inning. That's going to bring up the right fielder, Yuki Yanagita. Well, for Yanagita, he is officially 1 for 1 tonight. He doubled his last time up. He hit that sac fly to right field and drove in the run in the first inning as he takes a first pitch up for a ball, and the count is 1-0. Miyagi kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count now goes to 2-0 on Yanagita. Yanagita, a very dangerous hitter as he hits from the left side here against the left-handed throwing Miyagi. And the 2-0 on the way. It's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count now goes to 2-1. I was listening a little bit to the Cincinnati Reds radio broadcast today. And the Cincinnati Red radio broadcast, had said that, and we'll talk about this when we come back in a minute, because there's a pop-up to the left side of the infield. Moving over underneath it is Mune. He's there to make the catch, and that's a pretty easy inning here for Miyagi as he retires the side 1-2-3. No runs in the inning, no hits, no errors, nobody left aboard. We are now moving to the bottom of the sixth inning. Your score is the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks, all locked up at 1s with the Orix Buffaloes. We'll be back in just a few. Appreciate you guys for being with us. and for listening in on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. Hang tight, everybody. We'll see you in a few. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters to come to bat in the bottom of the 6th. It'll be Mori, Tongu, and Mune, and we'll be back in just a couple moments with all the action. Appreciate you guys for jumping in with us late night on a Friday morning in North America. Oh, well, we're going to stick around here with it, as it is going to be Mori who is coming to bat here. We're going to take another 30 seconds, but looks like that the tune-up tosses are done for Arihara. 0 for 2 tonight for Mori. He has lined to right and popped to second. His 2 trips to the plate, and there is a breaking ball that misses outside for a ball, and the count is 1-0. Buffaloes uniforms, kind of a neat-looking piece this year. It looks like they've got almost like crowns over top toward the back end of the Buffaloes nameplate. Here's the pitch, 1-0 on the way. Fastball taken for a called strike. The count is 1-1. Right at the end where the O and the E are, it looks like they've got a crown or 3 crowns over top there. Is in a gold trim. These uniforms, all white tonight. As the 1-1 is on the way, it is a fastball swung on. It is lifted into the seats foul over on the third base side. Count is 1-2 to Mori. These uniforms are the home white uniforms for this ball club for the Buffaloes, I think, are pretty sharp. As we said, with the gold and the, I don't know if it's navy or black, hard to tell. Looks like he's got navy sleeves, but black helmet. I'm not sure if that's the case. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is looped over the head of the second baseman, Makihara. It's going to get into right field for a base hit, and Tomoya Mori is aboard with a leadoff single. So Mori aboard, and that will bring up the designated hitter, Yuma Tongu. It was a split finger pitch that didn't split. It stayed up in the zone, and Mori was able to stay on it and drive it into right field for the single. So Tongu steps to the plate as he gets himself ready to hit here. He's waggling the bat from the right side. He's 0 for 1 tonight. He was hit by a pitch as well as he swings through a fastball and misses, and the count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to him. More scoring across the NPB as the Dragons have responded with another run. They have a 2-1 lead over the Swallows in the top of the 5th inning. All the other games, no change in their score lines. Fastball misses down, and the count runs even to 1-1 on Tongu. Full house at the Kyocera Dome for this one. The opening day or opening night game in Japan. The Friday night home opener for the Buffaloes. A chance to see a couple games at the Kyocera Dome last year. Saw the neutral site game between the Giants and the Carp. As there's a fastball swung on, and this is a line foul down the left field line, and the count is 1-2. The Carp and the Giants really good crowds last year. Both of those games sold out. Nice to see a full house for the Buffaloes. Buffaloes have a very, very good team, but they really don't get the support. Probably one of the least supported teams. Certainly not as supported as the Hanshin Tigers, as that fastball misses down and away, and the count is 2-2. Orix Buffaloes were a combination of the Orix Blue Wave and the Kintetsu Buffaloes. Blue Wave had played their home games exclusively in neighboring Kobe at Hotomoto Field. Beautiful field that was. That's where we got a chance to see the Buffaloes play last year against the Lions. Certainly the field design is major league ready, or they say closest to major league ready dimensions. Breaking ball, grounded back to the pitcher, fielded by Arihara. He goes to second for one, back to first, and that's going to be a double play. That's going to go in the books, as it looks like it was a 1-4-3 double play. I have to do a double check on that, or if it went over to Imamiya. Usually it's the shortstop who will cover the bag. But that was Taisi Makihara. That was going to go 1-4-3 in the books. So Tongu gone for the second out. The first out was Mori at first. Mori is the second out. The first out was Tongu at second. That's going to bring up Yumamune, who has doubled home a run in the first and singled in the fourth. He is 2 for 2 today. 6 hits for the Buffaloes in this one so far. And there is a changeup that drops in for a called strike. The count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Mune. As the right-hander Arihara works himself to the belt, now delivers. There's another changeup that misses down and away, and the count runs even to 1-1. We said at the outset of this game here, the teams that make the least mistakes in this one will probably come out as the victor. That is still our thoughts on this one. There's the 1-1. It is a breaking ball swung on, grounded up the middle, fielded by Imamiya. Moving to his left, he throws to first, and that is going to retire Mune on a ground out 6-3. He's in the books for the third out of the inning, and that is going to do it here. There was no runs in the inning. There was a hit, no errors, and there was nobody left aboard. We are now through 6 complete. Your score is the Hawks won, the Buffaloes won. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call in just a few. Appreciate you guys for jumping in with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. Hang tight. Appreciate you being here with us. We'll be back in just a few, everybody. We appreciate you guys for listening in with us tonight. It is a 1-1 scoreline as we move to the top of the 7th. Welcome back, everybody. It is the top half of the 7th inning, and Otaka Yamakawa is already 1 ball and 1 strike in the count. So we were just taking a little mini break for ourselves, trying to get ourselves or refresh our drink. We'll have to finish that in the next half inning. Fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into deep right center field. Moving back on it and giving chase and looking up, and this one's going to be gone. A home run for Yamakawa. That is going to be the first home run he has hit since 2022. He has shown opposite field power, and he is going to put the Hawks up here by a score of 2-1 as he has taken Miyagi the other way. Solo shot for Yamakawa, and that is going to bring up the left fielder, Kensuke Kondo. Well, Yamakawa with the blast, and the Hawks fans show their appreciation. And that is a 2-1 scoreline now for Fukuoka. So Kondo stepping to the plate. He is 1 for 2 tonight. He's got a double in 2 trips. He's also struck out. Takes a breaking ball down and away, and the count is 1-0. So a 2-1 Hawk lead. They got a lot of firepower in their lineup as well. Pitch from Miyagi. Fastball misses down and away. Count now is 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. Lefty delivers again. It's a fastball taken for a called strike. Count now goes to 2-1 to Kondo. Miyagi again ready to go. He doesn't waste much time as he delivers a fastball, and that one's fouled away. It's going to reach the seats over on the third base side. Count now goes to 2-2. Top of the 7th inning, Hawks have now gained the lead with the home run by Yamakawa to lead off the inning. As the pitch to Kondo on the way, breaking ball swung on and lifted foul down the left field line, and the count remains at 2-2. It'll be Kurihara and Walker to follow here, or scheduled to follow here in the 7th inning. I would have to think that there's going to be some changes. Keep our eye on the length that Arihara will be left out there as that breaking ball misses outside, and the count is 1-0. Or check that 3-2 here to Kondo. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Getting ahead of myself a little bit here as there's a fastball swung on and lifted foul, and the battle will continue. So 3-2 it remains to Kondo. 91 pitches now for Miyagi. I'll be curious to see what his leash will be tonight, if this will be his final inning of work or if they will continue to ride their ace into the latter parts. But one would have to think he is probably going to be done for the night here shortly. Here's the pitch. There's a fastball that just misses outside. That's going to be ball 4. Kondo is going to get himself a base on balls, and you could tell that Miyagi wasn't happy about that. And coming out to the mound is going to be Tomoya Mori to have a discussion with him. And that is going to bring the pitching coach out to the mound as well. They got a full conference of Buffaloes on the mound. So the runner at first is Kondo. It is Ryohei Kurihara coming to the plate, who is 0 for 2 in this one. He is lined to first, and he is grounded back to the pitcher. But 2-1 is the scoreline if you're just joining us on the home run by Hatake Yamakawa to get this half inning going. In the back third of the ball game, and outside of the 2 runs in the first inning, it was pretty quiet for the most part the rest of the way. Not a lot of scoring outside of the game in Yokohama tonight, as that game has locked up at 3 apiece. First pitch fastball delivered to Kurihara. He swings and misses, and the count is quickly 0-1. The first at-bat that Kurihara had, he hit that one right on the screws, right to the first baseman, Tiyokata. Second at-bat, he grounded back to the pitcher. There's a fastball taken for a called strike. The count is now 0-2. Miyagi ready to go again as he gets the sign from his catcher, Mori. Works himself set to the belt. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball swung on, grounded through the 4-hole into right field. That's going to send the runner Kondo all the way around to third, and the Hawks are flapping their wings. They've got something brewing here as they've got runners on the corners with nobody out. That's going to bring up the designated hitter, Adam Walker. Or at least it's slated to bring up Adam Walker. We'll see if he is going to come to the plate. So that ball there had some eyes as it was able to get past the diving Okada into right field. Runner at third, Kondo. Runner at first, Kurihara. And it is Adam Walker coming to the plate, who is 0 for 2 tonight. He has struck out both of his times here against the left-hander Miyagi. But he has a chance to be able to write the script for himself with a good piece of hitting here. Here comes the first offering from the lefty Miyagi as he gets the sign from his catcher. We'll keep an eye on Kurihara at first base. Here's the pitch. Fastball. Taken for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1 to Walker. Walker, the right-handed hitting American, in his first year here with Fukuoka. The infield is double played up the middle. They are even with the bags on the corners. Pitches a fastball that moves Walker off the plate, and that's going to run the count even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike it is. 97 pitches now for the Buffaloes left-hander. As Miyagi has really had to work in this half inning. Here's the 1-1. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball, waved at and missed. The count now goes to 1-2 on Walker. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Takuya Kai is waiting his turn on deck. If he can get Walker here, that would set up Kai, who is definitely a candidate for a double play. That's for certain. Pitch, fastball that just misses inside. Count goes to 2-2. Miyagi is not missed by much, and you can tell he's a little bit frustrated as he walks back to pick up the rosin bag, as he's ready to deliver the 100th pitch of the ball game here to Adam Walker. Lefty holds set. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on, grounded over to third. They're going to come home with it. The throw, it's in time. They go down to second, and they almost get the runner Kurihara at second base. But a nice play by the third baseman. Oh boy, Yuma Mune has really been outstanding tonight at third base for the Buffaloes. That's going to go down as a fielder's choice. Kondo is going to be raced at the plate. That's going to go in the books 5-2. He's out for the first out of the inning. Great play by the third baseman. Good throw. Nice tag there by the catcher as well. Kurihara is going to be safe at second. Walker safe on the fielder's choice over at first. That's going to bring up the catcher, Takuya Kai. If the Buffaloes were able to come back and win this game tonight, you have to point at a couple of the defensive plays by the third baseman thus far that have been very impactful in the game tonight. Here's the first pitch to Kai. Fastball misses inside for a ball, and the count is quickly 1-0. Kai's 2 trips, he struck out and grounded back to the pitcher. So 0 for 2 so far in this one. Lefty Miyagi works to the set, delivers. Fastball swung on, grounded through the 6-hole into left field. They're waving around Kurihara to the plate, and he is going to score as that ball's been cut off. And Takuya Kai does his job. He gets himself an RBI single. That's going to increase the lead to 3-1. Kurihara comes around from second to score. Stopping at second is Walker. And that is going to bring up the second baseman, Taisi Makihara, but has now increased the scoreline to 3-1. And that is going to be the end of the line here for Hiroya Miyagi, as his night is going to be over. Well, we'll come back in just a couple minutes. We'll get you all the information on the relievers. Miyagi is done. We have a 3-1 scoreline at the Kyocera Dome. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call in just a few moments. We appreciate you guys for being here with us. We'll refresh our hot chocolate to give you guys All the change right after this. Appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us tonight. We'll see you back in just a couple. We got a pitching change at the Kyocera Dome. We'll be back in just a few. Appreciate you guys for hanging here with us tonight. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be Kosei Yoshida who is coming on in relief. The 23-year-old was acquired in the offseason from the Hokkaido Nippon Ham Fighters. So the diminutive right-hander, who is a Koshin legend, is taking on over in relief here for Hiroya Miyagi. Looks like we do have a pinch runner in the ballgame at second base as well. For the now departed Adam Walker. If I picked up the number correctly, it looks like it was number 57. But I don't know if we have a 57 on our depth chart for the Hawks. And the first pitch is a breaking ball that's taken for a called strike. Count is quickly 0-1 to Taisi Makihara. So I may have misread what the number was or who is running. But we'll have to get that for you as it becomes available. So here comes the 0-1 offering to Makihara as Yoshida delivers. Fastball swung on, chopped over to second. They're going to go to second for one, and that's going to be the only play. It's going to retire Takuya Kai on a fielder's choice. He's going to be gone 4-6 for the second out of the inning. It is going to be Makihara who will be safe at first on that fielder's choice, and the pinch runner for Walker is going to advance over to third. Trying to get, looks like it is Ogata who is the pinch runner. Riko Ogata. As I say, I go through my listing here and I don't see him at any point in time on any of our rosters. Well, that I'm sure that'll be changing at some point. So Riko Ogata is the runner. At third, runner at first is Makihara, and it brings the top of the order and Yukio Shudo to the plate. So probably a change of scenery for Kosei Yoshida. It did him well as the fighters. He had a few starts, had some relief appearances, but was never able to crack a first-team appearance. And the first pitch is delivered for a called strike. That one poured in at 90 miles an hour on the gun. So no balls and one strike to Yukio Shudo. Shudo tonight probably one of the happier hitters to see Yoshida on the mound because he had struck out twice against Miyagi and had grounded to third. So try your success against the right-hander here. So no balls and one strike as the right-hander Yoshida gets the sign from his catcher Tomoya Mori, and now he is going to cycle through them again. 3-1 lead here for the Hawks in the top of the seventh. They've erupted for a pair here and have chased the starter Miyagi. Yoshida throws over to first base, and diving back safely is the base runner Makihara. Have to keep your eyes on Makihara here. It'll be see if they have some shenanigans up their sleeves with the pinch runner at third for the potential of the double steal. Right-hander works to the set position. Here's the offering. Fastball down. Nice block there by Tomoya Mori. Keeps the runner over at first. 1-1 it is to Shudo. Our friend Titus said he hopes the Calbee cards come out soon. The baseball cards that are on the bags of potato chips over in Japan. That is that company that produces it that way. Always put together some good stuff. Here comes the 1-1 offering now to Shudo. As Yoshida checks that runner over at first base. Here's the 1-1. Fastball that's taken for a called strike. The count now goes to 1-2 on Shudo. So 1-2 it is. As we said, we will be back on the airways for the same two teams tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Pacific, midnight Eastern. And then we will cycle back and do the same two teams again on the Sunday game in Japan to be able to call both of the games or the rest of the games in this series. Then from there, we'll have to take a look and see what we'll provide you next week. So 1-2 it is as the right-hander works himself to the set. Now Yoshida steps off the backside of the rubber. He's ready to go again. It was something crazy. I forget how many pitches he threw in the Koshin over a span of about a week or 10 days. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball taken for a called third strike. Oh, they did have the shenanigans that were going on, but nevertheless, it's not going to be needed. Shudo took that one for out number 3. He's gone here in the 7th inning. Yoshida comes in and does the job. He induces a fielder's choice, and he strikes out Shudo looking. He gets a round of applause from his teammates. But there were 2 runs in the inning on the benefit of 3 hits. There were no errors, and there were 2 runners left aboard. We're moving to the bottom of the 7th inning. Your score is the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks 3 and the Orix Buffaloes 1. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back with the call at the bottom of the 7th inning when we return right after this. Appreciate you guys for jumping in here with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We have ourselves a 3-1 scoreline here as we move to the bottom of the 7th inning. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in just a few with all the action. It is Hawks and Buffaloes, bottom of the 7th inning from the Kyocera Dome in Osaka. Welcome back, everybody. It's slated to come to bat the 6, 7, and 8 hitters, and that would be Kotaro Kobayashi, T. Okada, and Yotaro Sugimoto to face the right-hander Kohei Arihara, who will begin his 7th inning of work. The stat line in this one, 3-6-0 for the Hawks, 1-6-0 for the Buffaloes, as the right-hander Arihara drops a breaking ball in for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1 to Kobayashi. Kobayashi tonight is 0 for 2. He has struck out looking and has flown to center field his 2 trips to the plate. And there's a breaking ball that is waved on and missed, and now the count goes to 0-2. So Miyagi had been cruising along there until the home run by Yamakawa. And then they cashed in and added another one for insurance, did the Hawks, in the top half of the 7th. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball misses down and away, and the count is 1-2. So 1-2 it is. Look forward. We're really happy for another season of NPB baseball that we can deliver to our audience, and we're glad that you folks are in here listening with us. So 1 ball and 2 strikes it is. As the right-hander leans in and he gets the sign from his catcher. Now he works himself back to the belt. Here's the 1-2. Fastball misses outside. The count now goes to 2-2 on Kobayashi. You mentioned at the top of the stream that Kobayashi last year, toward the end of the year, had moved himself up into the 3-hole spot in the batting order. He was really swinging a hot bat down the stretch, a very important piece of the Buffaloes playoff run. There's a split finger pitch swung on it, is looped up into left field. Moving over underneath it is the left fielder Kondo. He's there and he makes the catch. And Kobayashi is in the books for out number 1 here of the 7th inning. So now it is a battle against time as the Buffaloes are starting to run out of outs here. And this one down by 2. 86 pitches so far for Arihara. As the right-hander continues his work. I'm also curious to see how the back end of the bullpens will shape up for these clubs. There's a breaking ball that misses outside, and the count is 1-0 to Teokada. We know that they had extended Roberto Osuna, the closer, on a 4-year deal. So we know that Osuna is going to be on the back end here for the Hawks. There's a fastball swung on and grounded, foul down the first baseline. The count goes even at 1-1. But what I'm curious about is who is going to be coming in for the 7th and 8th innings in situations for Fukuoka. What their plans are out of the bullpen, how that's going to look this year. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Okada. As the right-hander Arihara ready to go back to work again. Here comes the 1-1 offering as he works himself to the belt. And the pitch is on the way. Fastball taken for a called strike. The count now goes to 1-2 on Teokada. Veteran left-handed stick of the Buffaloes. Getting the nod here tonight at first base. Here comes the 1-2. Pitch on the way. It is a split finger pitch swung on and lifted foul into the seats down the third baseline. And the count remains at 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes it is to Okada. There is some more scoring around the NPB as the Giants have taken a 3-0 lead over the Tigers. That's in the top of the 6th inning now. And there's a split finger pitch swung on and missed, and Okada is down on strikes. He's in the books for out number 2. So 2 gone, and that is going to bring up the right fielder Yataro Sugimoto. So Sugimoto is 1 for 2. He's got a single and 2 trips. He's also struck out looking as he bats here with 2 gone in the 7th inning. Sugimoto getting the start in right field tonight. Big fella at the plate here, ready to face Arihara for the 3rd time. Pitch is on the way. It's a split finger pitch swung on and fouled away right at the plate. The count is 0-1. Sugimoto had a single and 2 trips. He struck out looking his last time up. Very integral part of the Buffaloes offense the last couple of seasons. Bit of a late bloomer was Sugimoto. He really never got to be a regular until a couple of years ago. He is on the wrong side of 30, so to speak. Here's a pitch. Fastball that just misses outside, and the count goes to 1-1. Sometimes that is the players. Takes some players a little longer to develop than others. 1 ball, 1 strike to Sugimoto. Here comes the pitch. As Arihara kicks and fires. It's a fastball that misses down, and the count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Right-hander against the right-hander. 94 pitches so far for the veteran Arihara, as he's ready to deliver here to Sugimoto. Sugimoto waggling the bat, leading here on the delivery, and the pitch is on the way. Fastball swung on and lined down the right field line. It's slicing, and it is going to go foul. Oh, what a catch by the fan in the temporary seating area. He brought his glove to the game, reached over, made a good grab. He gets a round of applause from those in attendance. So not only are the players for these two clubs flashing the leather tonight, so are the fans. So here comes the 2-2 pitch to Sugimoto as Arihara again gets the sign from Kai. And now we're ready to go. The pitch is on the way. It's a breaking ball missing down and away, and the count goes to 3-2. Arihara approaching the 100 pitch count tonight, and one would think that this is probably going to be his last inning of work. Fukuoka, as we said, if sure what they're going to use for the 7th and 8th inning in situations, depending upon who's there, but they certainly have the 9th inning solved. Breaking ball swung on, tapped slowly foul over on the third base side. The count is 3-2 to Sugimoto. I would think that no matter what happens here, Sugimoto and Haruka would probably be the last two hitters potentially that Arihara would face. Should get to the top of the order, I would think that they would be looking to go to the bullpen. And should Sugimoto get on, I would anticipate a visit from the pitching coach. So here comes the 3-2 pitch as the right-hander gets his sign from Takuya Kai. And the pitch is on the way. It is a fastball that misses outside. It's going to be ball 4. They've lost Sugimoto. And that is going to bring up Taishi Haruka. As Kai looks into the dugout, no change at this point here. No visit from the pitching coach as of yet. But Kurihara has come to the mound to talk to his pitcher. Pitch was a close pitch, just off the plate, a little low, a little away. Kai did a nice job of framing the pitch, but not able to do it. They are on the phone because they do have action in the bullpen. As Arihara is, as they've stalled a little bit for time here. We are going to have a pinch hitter. It is going to be announced that Leandro Cedeno is coming in to pinch hit for Haruka. So we'll keep our eyes peeled here with one swing of the bat. He could tie this game up. So Cedeno had a pretty good run last year for the ball club when he had got an opportunity to play, hit a bunch of home runs in August, or was it early July, late July, early August, as he takes a breaking ball down, and the count is 1-0. Cedeno batting from the right side against the right-handed throwing Arihara. He got hot and carried the Buffaloes for, as we said, a good couple of weeks in the 2023 season. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball misses down and away, and the count now goes to 2-0 to Cedeno. So Cedeno is going to get himself into a good hitter's count here. This is the most pitches that Arihara has thrown in an inning. In the 5th inning, he also threw 19 pitches, and that's where he's at right now. 100 pitches here for the Hawk right-hander. It'll be the top of the order, Ryoma Nishikawa, who waits his turn on deck. So one would think this would be the last batter of the game that he would face no matter what. So 2 balls, no strikes to Cedeno as the right-hander works to the set. Here's the pitch. There's a changeup that is swung on and missed. Cedeno was way out in front. 2 balls and 1 strike it is. Right-hander against the right-hander. Arihara ready to go again. Waggling the bat is Cedeno. Waiting on the offering. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball swung on, lifted into right field. down the line. It is slicing, and it's going to reach the seats just over a netting that is down the right field line. That's going to run the count now even to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. We were talking about Japanese players earlier in the game that we're playing around at Major League Baseball today. We didn't give you the Shohei Ohtani line. Ohtani was 2 for 3 and a walk today for his Dodgers debut at home in Los Angeles. That was his first hit at Dodger Stadium. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on. This ball is lifted down the right field line. Again, going to get over the netting and into the seats. And the count remains at 2-2 to Cedeno. So 2 balls and 2 strikes, and the right-hander ready to go again. Kohei Arihara leans in. He gets the sign from his catcher. And now Arihara works to the set. Here's the 2-2. Pitch on the way. Fastball swung on. This ball is inside out and into right field. It's going to get down for a base hit. Rounding second and heading to third is Sugimoto. The throw is offline. That is going to reach. He's going to reach safely as he slides into third, and safe at first with a single is Cedeno. So one would have to think his night could be over here. It's going to bring up Ryoma Nishikawa to the plate. They've got runners on the corners. It's going to bring the manager out of the Fukuoka dugout. And that looks like that is going to do it, as it is going to be the end of the line here for Kohei Arihara, with the Buffaloes looking to respond as they've got runners at the corners and 2 gone here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Hang tight, everybody. We have a pitching change at the Kyocera Dome. We'll be back here in just a few. We appreciate you guys for jumping in with us. The night for Kohei Arihara is done. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be Yuki Matsumoto who is coming into the ball game here tonight to replace Kohei Arihara. So Matsumoto on in relief in a high leverage situation. We'll see how the right-hander performs here. We do have a pinch runner for Leandro Cedeno. So his night is over with that hit. It is going to be number 0 for the Buffaloes, and that would be Haruto Watanabe, as he is coming in to run here for Cedeno, and we would expect a change in center field as well. So Watanabe now in to run. We'll see if he stays in the ball game or if they have something else up their sleeves. We haven't seen Nishikawa or Thomas. I don't know what the deal with Chano is. I'm not sure where he is going to be at or slated to be at this year. Got a lot of playing time in the early part of the 23 season, and then not a whole lot after that. So I'll be curious to see how that works out. So that is where we stand right now. So that is going to bring up Ryoma Nishikawa, who is 1 for 3 tonight. He had an excuse me single his last time up as he knocked one through the 6 hole. He's also flown out deep to right and grounded to first his other 2 trips. Nishikawa in his Orix debut here tonight, or regular season debut, facing the right-hander Matsumoto. Lots of excitement around this left-handed hitting outfielder joining the ball club. Domestic free agent. So here comes the pitch. First pitch is a breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Matsumoto ahead in the count here. So no balls and 1 strike. Runner at third is Sugimoto. Runner at first is Watanabe. We'll keep an eye on the base runner at first base. Good opportunity to run here because you've got the leadoff hitter up. Certainly, if you ran yourself out of the inning, you've got the runner or the right guy at the spot in the next half inning, but we'll see how they play it out. Takeuchi, one of the better defensive catchers in Fukuoka, or in the NPB. There's a fastball that misses down. The count is 1-1. Probably the best catcher in Fukuoka, period. Our friend Chris is in the house here. He says, happy for the new season. Tuning in for some morning baseball in England after a late one for him watching the Cubs and the Rangers. We appreciate you for jumping in here with us, Chris, and we're glad you could make it in for the back end of this ball game. 3-1 lead here for the Fukuoka Ball Club. As the right-hander works himself to the set position. Here's the pitch. And there's the runner is off to second base. It was a breaking ball. We didn't get to see if it was a ball or a strike. We'll have to get that checked in a second, but Watanabe has taken second base on a stolen base. Pitch was down. It was called a ball, so 2 balls and 1 strike to Nishikawa. And that is going to put runners at second and third here. So they got 2 runners in scoring position. A base hit here by Nishikawa would cash in too. We'll see how this all plays out. 3-1, Hawks have the lead here. As they scored 2 on the top of the 7th, Buffaloes looking to respond with a pair of their own here in the bottom half. Here comes the 2-1 pitch to Nishikawa. Right-hander Matsumoto delivers. Fastball taken at the knees for a called strike, and the count goes even to 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes it is. Obviously new to the Buffaloes, not new to the league. I would have to say that the advantage in the early going would have to go to the pitchers versus Ryoma Nishikawa. Even though you've played some interleague play, they have some exhibition, they haven't seen enough of the pitchers around the Pacific League. He'll get better as it moves along, but I would think advantage goes to the pitchers at this point. Here comes the 2-2 pitch as the right-hander Matsumoto works himself to the set. Now he kicks and delivers. Fastball swung on and missed. Nishikawa goes down on strikes. He's gone for out number 3, and that's going to do it here for the Buffaloes in the 7th inning. They threaten, but they don't score. There were no runs in the inning. There was a hit, no errors, and 2 runners left stranded. We're now through 7 complete. Your score is the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks 3 and the Orix Buffaloes 1. We do have a pitching change when we come back in just a few. Appreciate you guys for jumping in here with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be back in just a few. Welcome back, everybody. The announced attendance for tonight's ball game is 36,197 at the Kyocera Dome in Osaka. Pretty healthy crowd here for this one tonight. It is going to be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters to come to bat for Fukuoka. It'll be Kenta Imamiya, Yuki Yanagita, and Hotaka Yamakawa, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters. And we'll see the new pitcher is going to be for the Buffaloes as they have gone to the bullpen. Yoshida, his job is done as he came in and pitched really, really well in the out of the bullpen for them tonight. But it's going to be the 25-year-old right-hander on the hill taking over. It's going to be Sachiro Yamazaki as he has got himself a new hairstyle this year. And the first pitch is a fastball that misses upstairs for ball 1 to Imamiya. I say new hairstyle. He's got some dye on the top. He's kind of going with the blonde look. So here's the pitch from Yamazaki, a fastball, take it for a called strike. The count goes even to 1-1. We're into the deep water now as we're in the top of the 8th inning. 1 ball and 1 strike to Imamiya. And there's a fastball that misses, and the count goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. And the pitch is on the way. There's a fastball swung on it. It's going to be lifted foul into the seats, and the count now goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes to Sachiro Yamazaki. So 2 balls and 2 strikes as the right-hander works himself to the belt. Here's the 2-2. Fastball misses up and away, and the count now goes to 3-2 on Imamiya. Right-hander Yamazaki ready to go again, and the pitch on the way. Fastball swung on. This is lifted foul. It's into the seats over on the third base side. Count is now 3-2. So 3 balls, 2 strikes it is. Same thing with the Buffaloes. You start following along here to see how they're going to use their bullpen over the time. 3-2 as a fastball misses upstairs, and Imamiya is going to be aboard with a leadoff walk. So he's aboard here, and that's going to bring up the right fielder, Yuki Yanagita. Well, if it was the other way around, we know that Imamiya would be bunting. I don't know if Yanagita would be bunting in this situation, although it will have to require it. The new center fielder is Watanabe. He stays in the game as he's going to patrol center field. We saw Watanabe play in the exhibition season. He's got some wheels, so he'll be a perfect fit defensively in the outfield there. There's a first pitch breaking ball swung on and grounded foul on the first base side. A ball is a 1 strike to Yanagita. Yanagita is 1 for 2 tonight. He's got a double in 2 trips. He's also had a sac fly and driven in the only, or at least the first run of the ball game for the Fukuoka Ball Club. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on. This ball is looped into or lifted into deep right center field. Moving over is Watanabe. He makes the catch. It's going to retire Yanagita. They don't advance the runner. And he is in the books for out number 1. Fly ball to center field. It's going to bring up Hotaka Yamakawa. Well, Yamakawa has announced his presence and his return to the NPB as he hit a home run to the right center field gap his last time up, right into that power alley in right center field. He went the other way. First home run of the year for the 2022 home run batting champion. As he takes a fastball down, and the count is 1-0. He missed all of last year because of some off-field issues. And the Saitama Cebu Lions had sent him packing pretty quickly. And there's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count now goes to 2-0. Looked like Yamakawa was going to ask for time as he stepped back, but never asked for it. It wasn't given, and the pitch was upstairs. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Fastball, take it for a called strike, and the count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike it is. As the right-hander delivers, it is a fastball swung on and missed. The count now goes to 2-2 on Yamakawa. As we say, we're keeping our eyes peeled across the NPB. It looks like the Saitama Cebu Lions have scored a run in the top of the 8th inning to take a lead on the Eagles. Very interesting there in Tohoku. Here's the 2-2. Fastball swung on and grounded foul over on the third base side. The count remains at 2-2. After this one is done, we will give you the roundup from around the NPB. Here's the 2-2 pitch. As the right-hander delivers, it is a breaking ball. Swung on and missed. Yamakawa goes in the books. He's gone for the second out of the inning. He's going to leave it all up to Kensuke Kondo. I wonder if they'll put Imamiya in motion here to try to get him into scoring position. They can move him over to second base. So the right-hander leans in. He gets the sign from his catcher, Mori, as the pitch is on the way, and it's a fastball that is swung on and missed. The count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and one strike to Kondo. As we said, tomorrow we'll be back on the airwaves again at 9 o'clock Pacific, midnight on the East Coast, North American time. Fastball swung on and is grounded through the 4-hole into right field past the diving glove of the first baseman Okada. But stopping at second is going to be Imamiya. A 2-out single here for Kondo, and that's going to bring up the third baseman, Ryoya Kurihara. So Yamazaki living dangerously here. One thing I will say is that what I've seen with Yamazaki here tonight, he's leaving his fastball up in the zone. And when he does throw a split finger pitch, it doesn't have a lot of depth to it. So I didn't see what that last pitch was from Yamazaki, but that pitch was up in the zone and was able to allow the hitter Kondo to be able to pull that through the 4-hole. So Kurihara coming to the plate. He is 1 for 3 in this one. He's singled and scored a run. He's also grounded out and lined out. So Yamazaki ready to go again after that visit from his catcher, Tomoya Mori. So here comes the offering. It is a breaking ball, waved at and missed. The count now goes to 0-1 on Kurihara. No balls and one strike. Yamazaki ready to go again as the right-hander leans in. He gets the sign from his catcher. Now he works himself to the set position. He checks the runner at second and now delivers. Fastball swung on. It is lifted down the left field line. This ball is going to drift into the seats just over the netting. Runs the count to 0-2 on Kurihara. Curious to see how some of these games are going to play out. The Fighters have extended their lead in the top of the 6th inning against the Marines. They now have a 4-0 lead. I'm curious really to see how the Fighters are going to play out this year. I really think that the Fighters are the ball club that's going to make some noise, although I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. They seem to be trending in the right direction in the Pacific League. Fastball misses outside, and the count goes to 1-2. They would be my 2025 pick for the playoffs if everything goes to form this year. So here comes the 1-2 pitch. There's a fastball swung on and grounded foul over on the first base side. Count remains at 1-2. is Franmil Reyes, who has homered in that game for the Fighters tonight. That was a solo shot in the sixth to extend the lead. So here comes the 1-2 offering. Right-hander Yamazaki not working particularly quickly. The runners at first and second. Here comes the offering. And the pitch is a fastball that misses down and in. Count now goes to 2-2. Yamazaki now, it's his 22nd pitch of the inning. Other home runs around the NPB. It was a 3-run shot for Yokohama for Watari. His first off of Aaron Curry. That was a 3-run shot in the third inning. That was Yokohama's response. All the runs have come in the third inning for both of those clubs. Breaking ball misses upstairs. The count is now 3-2 to Kurihara. At the Jinju Stadium, it was Nakata for Chinichi who homered off of Cy Sneed in the fifth inning. Looks like the Dragons have now taken the lead 3-2 as they've scratched out a run in the top of the seventh. Here's the 3-2. Fastball swung on, chopped softly over to first, fielded by Okada. He's going to step on the base, and that is going to do it. That's going to go down as a ground out to 3 for the third out of the inning. They threaten to the Hawks, but they don't score. No runs in the inning on 1 hit. There was no errors, and there were 2 runners left stranded. We're now moving to the bottom of the 8th inning. Your score is the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks 3, the Orix Buffaloes 1. Hang with us, everybody. We'll be back in just a few with all the action. Appreciate you guys for jumping in with us this morning. Whether you listen live or on delay, you're catching the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel and our call of NPB Baseball. We'll be right back in just a bit. We got a pitching change coming up, and we'll get that for you when we return. It is Hawks and Buffaloes. Appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us tonight. Welcome back, everybody. Matsumoto's day is done, but the Hawks are staying on the right side as they are bringing in Kuya Fuji, who is coming on in relief. Fuji started last season as a starter with the Fukuoka Ball Club, and then he ended up with a bit of an oblique injury, and then they moved him back to the bullpen. The first pitch is a fastball that misses outside, and the count is quickly 1-0. To Masahiro Nishino. Nishino and Mori and Tongu to come to bat here, or slated to come to bat as the first 3 hitters in the 8th inning. 1 for 3 tonight for Nishino as he singled and scored a run in the first. He takes a fastball outside, and the count goes to 2-0. And one would think if they get through Fuji, it'll be Osuna for the 9th inning to try to close this one down, assuming it is a closing situation. So Fuji behind in the count at 2 balls and no strikes. The former Hiroshima Carp kicks and delivers. It's a fastball taken for a called strike. The count now is 2-1. Not sure what went awry for Fuji in Hiroshima, but he went off and played in an independent league for a year and found his way back to the NPB. This is the third year with Fukuoka, as there's a fastball that misses up and away. The count now goes to 3-1 on Nishino. But he is somebody that we have enjoyed watching pitch over the last couple of seasons. So 3 balls and 1 strike. As the right-hander ready to go again. As he works himself into the set and he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on and it's lifted foul down the left field line into the seats. Count is 3 balls and 2 strikes. We made our predictions for these games on our channel, and if you get a chance, maybe to get over to check them out. We're going to run it through the month of April again, as we did last year. After that, I don't know if we can give a full commitment to the season. We are going to be away and going to be missing some time. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted down the left field line. This ball could be trouble, racing over and sliding in foul territory. Did he make the catch? And yes, he did. Kondo was racing over. He made the sliding catch into the wall. The home or the third base umpire went up with the right hand. Nishino has a look of disbelief on his face. What a great catch there by Kondo. We're going to get the look of the replay on that one. I don't know if they're going to go to VAR or not. The manager is up at the front. Well, it looks like they are going to go to replay on it. So they have originally called it out. We're going to have to get a replay ourselves and see what that angle looks like. But what a great play by Kondo. See what kind of angle we're going to get to here. And was he able to come up with it or not? Oh, yeah, I don't think there's anything to replay on that one. I think he made a great catch. This should be a very quick replay. Let's take a look here tonight. I think we're going to keep some score on our own. So we're going to go, that is going to be a catch. I think that call is going to stand up. We're getting the different angle look over here. And here come the umpires. And it is still an out. So we are 1 for 1 on the challenges. Tonight is the first challenge in this ball game, so we are a perfect record on the season. Last year, I would have said we were probably about 50-50. Kondo with a fantastic catch for the first out of the inning, and that's going to bring up the catcher Tomoya Mori. So the Buffaloes just can't get a break. They are down to 5 outs left in this one to have to try to get 2 runs back. Here's the first pitch. Breaking ball that misses way upstairs. The count is 1-0 to Mori. So 1 ball and no strikes. Right-hander working himself to the set, now delivers. Fastball that misses down, and the count goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. Second time and second hitter in a row that Fuji's fallen behind, as he delivers a fastball that misses down and away, and the count is 3-0. And none of these pitches have been particularly close to Tomoya Mori. Might as well just hold the 4 fingers up and get it over with and put them on. The Hawks brass looking a little bit more worried as the 3-0 is on the way. Here's the pitch. Fastball taken at the knees for a called strike. The count is 3-1. That had some pretty good downward taper on that pitch there. That came in at 93 miles an hour on the gun. So 3 balls and 1 strike as the right-hander holds to the set position. Now he kicks and fires. Fastball misses outside. That's going to be ball 4. Mori's aboard with a walk. It's going to bring Yuma Tongu to the plate. The Hawks brass is looking a little bit more worried. So in a ball game where we didn't have a whole lot of Hawks, they are rearing their ugly head here in the back third of the ball game. Look at Kohei Arihara. He had hit Tongu in the first inning, and he did not allow a base on balls until Sugimoto walked in the seventh. Now the reliever has come in, and he's already walked one batter in the third of an inning he's pitched so far. So Tongu coming to the plate. He is officially 0 for 2 tonight. He was hit by a pitch in the first inning. He's grounded to third and grounded into a 1-4-3 double play. And the pitch to him is a breaking ball missing upstairs, and the count is 1-0. 3 batters in a row that Fuji has fallen behind is a recipe for disaster. So here comes the 1-0 pitch as the right-hander works himself to the set. And he pitches on the way. It's a breaking ball, waved out and missed. The count now goes even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Buffalo's crowd is urging their home team on. They have a good attendance here tonight, as we mentioned. Just over 36,000 people at the Kyocera Dome. Fastball swung on. This ball is lifted foul down the right field line. Count goes to 1-2 on Tongu. So 1 ball and 2 strikes it is. Yuma Mune waits his turn on deck. So the 2 Yumas in the batting order here for the Buffaloes. As the pitcher Fuji checks the runner at first base. He holds himself to the set position and now kicks and fires. Fastball swung on and missed. And that is going to retire Tongu. He's gone for the second out of the inning. That's going to leave it all up to Yuma Mune. Well, if there's somebody who's going to be a star in this one tonight, you'd have to say it's got to be Mune. He's probably been the best or the brightest light for the Buffaloes. He's got 2 hits in his 3 trips. A single, a double. He's driven in a run. He's also grounded to short. He's also made some spectacular plays at third base tonight. That is where we stand here. Mune has had a solid game for the Buffs. And here comes the first offering now from Fuji as he waggles the bat. Breaking ball swung on. This is popped up to the left side. Moving back on it is the third baseman, Kurihara, and he's going to call off Imamiya. He makes the catch. And that is going to do it as Mune is in the books for the third out of the inning. That's going to do it here for the Buffaloes in their half of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 runner left aboard. Fuji living dangerous, but able to get out of the inning. We are going to the top of the 9th. Looks like the Buffaloes are going to the bullpen. We'll be back in just a few. Appreciate you guys for hanging with us on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be back in just a few. Welcome back, everybody. We are going to be moving to the 9th inning here in just a couple moments. There will be a pitching change for the Buffaloes. We'll get you that when we return in just a few. Your score is 3-1 for the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks. Glad you could jump in with us tonight, whether you listen live or on delay. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be Nobuyushi Yamada on in relief here for the Buffaloes. The left-hander will be the fourth pitcher used tonight by the Orix Ball Club. And he is going to be slated to face Ogata, Kai, and Makihara, but I don't know if Ogata will be batting here or not, as he came in for Adam Walker. So we'll see if they're going to stay with Ogata or if it will be another batter for the Fukuoka Ball Club here in this one. So Yamada has completed his tune-up tosses and will be ready to resume the action. The left-hander here taking over in the top half of the ninth inning. And one would expect Roberto Osuna to be coming in here as well in the bottom of the inning. Well, it does look like it is going to be Rico Ogata who stays in the ball game, batting from the left side. This will be his first NPB at bat. He was the fifth pick in the development draft in 2020, and he swings through a first pitch fastball and misses. That was quickly 0-1. So his official first at bat here for Ogata at the NPB level right now. Here's the 0-1. Fastball taken for a called strike. The count is now 0-2. Yamada looking to make quick work of the left-handed hitting rookie. The 25-year-old making his NPB debut, as we said. As the pitch is on the way, there's a breaking ball swung on. It's tap foul over on the first base side. The count remains at 1-2. He came out of Komazawa University, as we said, fifth place in the 2020 development draft. Right-handed throwing, a left-handed batting outfielder. So no balls and 2 strikes here to Ogata. Ogata, Kai, and Makihara to face the lefty Yamada here in the ninth inning. And here comes the 0-2. Pitch on the way. Fastball swung on. Grounded softly over to short. Fielded by Kirby-Ashi. He throws to first, and that is going to retire Ogata. Ground out 6-3. He's in the books for out number 1. That bat was sawed off in his hands. Wasn't sure if the bat was going to go further than the ball. Just absolutely exploded it. Sawed it in half as he caught it right off the end of the bat. Interesting piece there. So Ogata in the books for out number 1. And that is going to bring up the catcher Takuya Kai. Or slated to bring Kai to bat. He's got a very open stance, this Kai, so you can always tell that that's who that is. Here's the pitch. First pitch, fastball. It is just going to miss inside for ball 1. You might have tried to back him off the plate. So 1 ball and no strikes to Takuya Kai. No changes in the scores from around the NPB. As there's a fastball taken for a called strike. It's now going to run the count even at 1-1. We'll give you the roundup when this one is done, as we said before. We would share that with you there. We were looking around the league for home runs in the other games. When we didn't give you the Giants, Kajitani hit a 2-run homer off of Ayagi back in the 5th inning of that one there. There's a fastball swung on him as the count now goes to 1-2 on Kai. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kai waggling the bat, waiting here on the offering from the lefty. As he kicks and delivers a fastball that misses low, and the count now goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Top of the 9th inning, Hawks holding on to a 3-1 lead here against the Buffaloes. Curious to see what the Buffaloes do in their half, as it will be Kobayashi, Okada, and Sugimoto slated to come to bat. There's a fastball swung on. It is looped softly to short, and that's another broken bat from Yamada. Another one goes down as it is going to get Kai. He is out on a looping liner to the shortstop, out for out number 2, but 2 batters and 2 broken bats. That one there caught Kai on the fists, sent the barrel flying all the way over toward third. Pieces of the wood flying in the air. So that is going to put 2 down here, and we've got our friend Titus still listening to the ball game, and we appreciate you for that. That's going to bring up the second baseman, Taisi Makihara. For Makihara tonight, he is 0 for 3. He has struck out twice and bounced into a fielder's choice. And the pitch on the way is a breaking ball, waved at and missed. The count quickly goes to 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike as the lefty Yamada works himself to the set position. And here's the pitch. Fastball just misses down and away, and the count goes even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Lefty ready to go again. He kicks and he fires. It's a fastball swung on, and it is lifted foul down the left field line. The count goes to 1-2 on Makihara. Getting into the deep water here as they have a 3-1 lead. Makihara's got a very interesting stance. He stands very close together, and his back foot waits behind, and now he kicks as the pitch is swung on, and this ball is lined down the left field line. Just foul, and it's going to keep the count at 1-2. We used to say years ago that would be the type of stance you would witness on a softball diamond, but it works for him at the NPB level. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to the left-handed hitting Makihara. As Yamada ready to go again, here comes the pitch. As he kicks and fires, breaking ball down, the count is 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. The lefty ready to go again as he works to the set, kicks and delivers. Breaking ball swung on, popped up softly over on the right side. Camping out underneath it and making the catch is Okada, and that is going to do it here as Makihara goes down for the 3rd out of the inning. They go quietly. Yamada does his job in the 9th. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left the board. You got to think that we are going to be seeing Roberto Osuna when we return, as the Hawks have themselves a 3-1 lead. We'll be right back in just a few to bring the bottom of the 9th inning. Appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We've got a score of 3-1 as we go to the bottom of the 9th. We'll be back in just a few. Appreciate you guys for being with us. It'll be Kobayashi, Okada, and Sugimoto when we return. Welcome back, everybody. Roberto Osuna is completing his tune-up tosses, and we're ready to get this one going as the right-hander who has inked a 4-year extension with the Hawks in the offseason. He's going to be playing here in the NPB for the next few years. We are going to have, it'll be Kobayashi, Tio Okada, and Yutaro Sugimoto slated to come to bat to face the right-hander. As a reminder, once this game is done, we'll give you a full recap from around the NPB, as there is some more scoring going on in other action. So this will be Kobayashi ready here to face the right-hander Osuna for the first time here tonight. And the first pitch from Osuna is a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into right field. Moving back with room to make the catch is the right fielder, Yuki Yanagita. And with one pitch, we've got one away. Kobayashi sent for a ride, just not deep enough. He's gone for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up the first baseman, Tio Okada. We're keeping an eye here to see if it still is Okada, and that is exactly who it is. Okada tonight is 0 for 3. He has struck out twice and grounded out to the catcher. And he first pitches bounced up to the plate, and the count is 1-0 to Okada. Roberto Osuna is definitely a world-class pitcher. The big fellow waits here as he gets the sign from his catcher and delivers a fastball that is swung on and missed. The count goes even at 1-1. Former Toronto Blue Jay and Houston Astro, entering his second season with the Hawks, third in the NPB. Recently turned 29 years old. There's a fastball swung on, grounded softly to first. Fielded by Yamakawa. He's going to take it himself. Going to go as a ground out to 3 for the second out of the inning. He's going to leave it all up to the right fielder, Yutaro Sugimoto. Last year, Osuna appeared in 49 games for the Hawks. He had a 3-2 record. He garnered 26 saves, but he had a 0.92 ERA. He only allowed 5 earned runs in those 49 innings of work. There's a first pitch fastball that misses for a ball, and the count is 1-0 to Sugimoto. Sugimoto 1 for 2 tonight, single and 2 trips. He's also drawn a walk. Here's the pitch. Fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike it is to Sugimoto. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball swung on. It is lifted over to the right side of the infield. In foul territory is Yamakawa. He's going to make the catch, and that is going to do it. The Buffaloes go quietly in their half of the 9th inning. They had no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. Your final score from the Kyocera Dome is the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks 3, Orix Buffaloes 1. Stay tuned with us, everybody. We'll be back to wrap this one up, give you scores from around the league, and then we'll call it a night. Hang tight. We'll be right back in just a few. Welcome back, everybody. We'll give you the roundup of this one here. The scoring was opened in the top of the first inning with the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks getting the scoring going. It was a one-out triple by Kenta Imamiya, and he was brought home on a single by Yuki Yanagina that gave the Hawks a 1-0 lead. In the bottom of the first inning, it was with one out, Masahiro Nishino singled, and then after a Tomoya Mori lineout, Yuma Tongu was hit by a pitch. Then Yuma Mune stepped up to the plate and smacked a one-run double to even the scoreline at 1 apiece. And that is where the score stayed until the 7th inning, when Hatake Yamakawa led off the top of the 7th with a solo shot to the Oppo gap in right center field, increased the scoreline to 2-1 for Fukuoka after a walk to Kensuke Kondo and a single by Ryoya Kurihara. Then it was Adam Walker bouncing into a fielder's choice that gunned down Kondo at the plate, but Takuya Kai stepped up and had a clutch RBI single to bring home Ryoya Kurihara with the 3rd run and final run of the ball game for the Fukuoka Ball Club. Your final score is 3-1, 3-7-0 for the Hawks, 1-7-0 for the Buffaloes. So a quick look at the scoring from around the NPB before we wrap this one up here tonight. All of the other games are still in action. This is the only game that has finished. We've got other games from the Pacific League in the bottom of the 9th inning. The Lions are clinging to a 1-0 lead over the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles. Top of the 8th inning, it is a 4-0 lead for the Fighters over the Marines at the Zozo Marine Stadium. Over in the Central League, it is all locked up at 3s in the bottom of the 8th, as the Bay Stars and the Carp are all tied up. All those runs came, ironically, in the 3rd inning. Top of the 8th inning, it is the Dragons over the Swallows. That is a 3-2 lead for them. And at the Tokyo Dome, it is a 4-0 lead for the Giants over the Tigers. That is in the top of the 9th. Once again, we'll be back on the airwaves again tomorrow for all the action. Hopefully, you guys can make it in with us. It is going to be Hawks Buffaloes Game 2 tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Pacific time. If you're in North America on the West Coast, midnight Eastern. Hopefully, you guys can hang in with us. Once again, we appreciate you guys for listening in with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We'll see you guys again tomorrow. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you again tomorrow.